Hey, everybody. I know the screen is black right now, but guess what? Part of the reason is because we're not allowed to actually show you the field because Iowa High School Athletic Association has sold the rights to Iowa High School Sports Network, which is also streaming the game.
Do you want to just turn this screen on? We'll just do an intro here. Let them see what's going on. Look at that. We got it. You got it. There it is. There it is. That is Duke Scoop, Candle Genius. Hello. And that guy right there is not your average Joe. I'm not sure why he's so not talkative, but he's getting ready for a big game. We're here.
We're going to have a lot of fun stuff for you that is new.
Fun stuff.
And hopefully it works.
Yeah. We're so excited for the opportunity to be here to bring you the words. We will try to paint the picture, I think.
Paint the picture.
We brought our paintbrushes.
You got it. You got it.
We may have a special guest here very shortly. I think he said he'd be back in 5 minutes. We'll see if he didn't get pulled sideways for something else.
We got a mic for him. Chris is going to be with us from the Iowa High School Athletic Association. Chris has been so cooperative with us.
Always, great to work with.
Always in helping to get these. Well, tonight we can't stream in a video perspective, but what a great team player Chris and the folks are at the Iowa High School Athletic Association.
Don't we get like 5 minutes or something of we could show the field?
Yeah.
Oh, we can show the field, can't we? And it's not even game time.
12 minutes on the clock, by the way.
Technically, it isn't game time. That's
I think we get like 5. I don't know. It's in the rules, but
5 minutes a day, 2
the
minutes
rules.
a game.
We're reading the rules.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, there's Chris right
there.
Have
a seat, man.
Okay.
Come on
your
in.
headset.
You got your headset? Okay, awesome. So Chris, you don't put your headset on. You want to just make sure that your ears are coming through and you can hear yourself okay?
How's it going?
Good. What's happening?
Awesome. Can you hear
We're
okay?
looking at it. Cool.
Quite a setup.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is like really stripped down. We had a crew of 8 people on our crew.
We did.
With kids and students.
The
in
last
school
playoff game, yeah.
Chris, you want to just quick introduce yourself and tell
introduce
people who you are, what you do. Why would
live.
you be sitting in on with us here at St. TV? We're live right now.
I am Chris Cuellar. I'm the communications director at the Iowa High School Athletic Association. I'm a former journalist, so you can't get me out of the press box. That is why I'm here.
Me too, buddy. Nice.
So I actually first met Drew covering state football 10, 15 years ago at this point. So I've been following St. Ansgar and kind of stayed in touch with him ever since. My job now, media relations, as you see here in the box. I'm handling our media guides, stat team.
He gave us these.
On-field awards, interviews behind the scenes, media rights, trying to just wrangle everything that we got going on up here. Even our social media and website, I'm updating all that stuff as we go. So it's good fun.
So when it gets down to the semifinals and the finals, what's this week like for you? I know you talked about all the things you do, but I mean, it's got to be exciting, right? Big time of year.
Absolutely. And honestly, this is one of the more exciting semifinal runs we've had in the last few years as well. So there's a lot of build-up. Please. There's a lot of build-up. There's a lot of prep. And then it's really cool for our team, which is not a very big team. I think a lot of people think we're like the NCAA. We got 15 full-time staff members, and half of those are support staff who's not here. That's fulfilling everything on behalf of our school. So if we got a small little group, but seeing it all kind of come together and see these kids get to come out here, and we got game after game after game, and they're all pretty good. Yeah. It's a lot of fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I mean, who's your pick to win the next game? I know who we were going to say.
Pressure. No picks. No picks. No predictions. I say that every postseason. As a former journalist, I like a moving clock is very nice. St. Ansgar runs the ball all the time, so we should stay on schedule. As an event manager, I love that. But I think we're going to get a good one. Tri-Center really is tested, has been really impressive. Bumped them all the way up to number 5 in the rankings. But obviously, St. Ansgar has been the highest-ranked team with a loss prior to the playoffs. So we got a lot of respect for them and their program, so it should be an awesome game.
Yeah, and we got to see West Hancock in week 3, and that was came down to 1 point, missed field goal at the end. Tipped it the other way. So, but this time of year, any team that makes it to the Dome is a good team. And so hopefully our team shows up. I mean, we're on Saints TV, so obviously that's who we're rooting for. But obviously, this looks like a great slate of games. Like you said, for this whole
Have you guys done your scouting report on Tri-Center?
Joe's got all of the...
I got the info. This is going to be a fun game because it's strength on strength, right? And I think that's what's fun about this time of year. And our coaches preach to our kids, everybody's good, right? You don't get here by accident. These are good teams. It'll take our best game to win is the message that our kids hear over and over again. And you look at this Tri-Center team and what they do. That's different than a lot of Class A teams that we play. I mean, look at this West Hancock team. We talked about the battles between these two teams up north in Iowa year after year after year, and it's ground and pound, right? We're going to run the ball. We're going to run the ball.
You can just say it, Joe. They believe in the forward pass.
They do. They do. And so the wrinkle that the Saints have added the last couple of years is we can do that too now. And it's made these games more interesting. I think it's going to make this one a barn burner. I think the first team to punt might lose this football game. How about that? I think it could be one of those where
down to that.
We see, West Hancock didn't punt in the last game, and thank goodness they didn't because they'd have lost probably, right? That was crazy how that game went back and forth, and of course that game ends differently if Madrid's not in desperation mode right there. So I think we could see something similar here where both teams move the ball very, very well. What we've seen the last couple of weeks here, Chris, on Saints TV is both Wapsie Valley and Maquoketa Valley were both able to move the football on our zone defense, throwing the ball. Kind of they throw to run, and they were able to get that ball inside the 30-yard line pretty regularly. And then when we shorten the field, no doing after that. Turnover on downs, that kind of stuff. And I think that will be key for the Saints tonight.
When I was watching the Saints TV broadcast, we had low-scoring games to start. And then they turned it up early in the second half, right? Is that the prediction from this group?
Well,
again,
traditionally that has been a staple of St. Ansgar football. Is of every game we've ever lost, we've never lost because we weren't in condition. And so, ever since Clev's been here since 1999, the thing he preaches is we're going to be in shape. And when it gets down to the late third, fourth quarter, our boys are going to be not tired.
Sure.
And so that's one thing that we've always leaned on. Even when we haven't had the greatest teams, we've always been in shape. And so especially when we saw West Hancock, they were scoring so quickly that they were playing defense most of the game. So they looked kind of tired at the end of that one. So hopefully our boys are in shape and don't have that.
And you see it, Chris, I'm sure, down here watching all of these games. It's different to play inside here on this carpet. It's just a different football game than it would be outside under the lights on a November night in North Iowa. So.
And you all have been here enough years, you know that the lights hit a little bit different when the stage gets bigger and the noise gets a little louder. So that's part of the atmosphere here too.
Do the kids have to wear different shoes? We were talking about that on the way down.
Some choose to wear turf shoes. Cleats can't be metal spikes. So they can wear the molded. Some guys choose to do that. If you guys come down to the field a little later, you'll see it's pretty cushy. So not like the old AstroTurf that we all might have played on at a different point in time, but it's pretty soft and it moves really quick. And as you saw in the Madrid West Hancock game, that thing can bounce. So
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh yes, it can. Yes, it can. Those onside kicks were unbelievable.
Yeah, well executed. One more of those, and that game would be different as well. So for those of you just joining us, West Hancock wins big over Madrid. They were up 22-0 early in the second quarter. They finished that thing out 50-35 over Madrid. Madrid recovers 2 onside kicks. A lot of offense in that second half. Bixel for West Hancock has 240 yards on the ground.
Insane.
Wow.
Absolutely insane.
Almost 1,000 yards of total offense between the two teams.
Wow. Think about that.
Now that is a game, isn't it? A lot of fun to watch that. Chris, I have to say, I have to commend you. I mean, it has to be really exciting just to be here and having planned all this. And obviously you talked about small crew, a lot to take care of. But you seem pretty cool, calm, and collected now. So is this kind of your time to just reap the rewards of all the work you had put in to put this together?
Duck on water, baby. The prep is the hardest thing. Those like 4 or 5 days leading up to an event like this, it is 100 miles per hour, and you just go until you get too tired. Getting to be here, getting to be with people like you, getting to interact with the kids, the coaches, the ADs, it's awesome. That's why we do it. So it's adrenaline until Saturday, and then we'll regroup and get back here for next week.
And do it again, right?
Yes,
that's
exactly.
the thing.
Right.
You know,
yes, with a little more formal wear, so it should be good. But
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Thank you guys for all your work. I love following Saints TV all season long. I'm grateful you all were part of our showcase this year for the first time.
Yeah,
we're hoping to highlight a lot of those games, and it looked like almost across the board. Our videos that were on Showcase, regardless of class of football, over 5,000 views a game.
I love it.
Which is the point. So let's raise the profile of high school sports. You guys are doing a great job in your community, and glad to be a part of it.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah,
appreciate you joining us.
Good luck, guys.
Yeah,
Good luck. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Nice to hear from Chris. I know he's a busy guy, especially today. He gets up, sets the headset down, he's running off. Trying to help someone
exactly.
right now, so.
Great of him to join us.
Absolutely. Yeah, you won't have to look at our mugs the whole game. I think I flashed it there, but we're going to have a really cool feature for you. once this thing gets rolling. But I think now we should shift over to Joe. You got some keys to the game for us?
Keys to the game. Let's do it. Let's start here. The 10-1 Tri-Center Trojans and your home team here in Cedar Falls, the 10-1 St. Ansgar Saints. Keys to the game. Key number 1.
You're going to have to explain this one to me, Joe. Usually I'm the one confusing you.
Like this.
What is this, you guys?
We call this Mitchell County math. And this is the semifinal equation of Mitchell County math. Okay? It is a negative 8 plus a positive 18 equals number 1. Negative 8. That is what they are in the turnover department on the season. They have allowed or given up the football 8 more times than they've taken it away. Your Saints are plus 18. So that's a fancy, long way of saying win the turnover battle.
That's a pretty good stat. Pretty good stat for Saints fans.
There's your Mitchell County math of the day. Go win the turnover battle. We saw what a huge impact it had last week. Let's go do it again this week. The Saints are positive in the turnover department. I'll say it right here, right now. They win this football game. Number 2, key number 2 looks like this. Stop the run. And I know that sounds elementary and easy to do.
Come on, Joe. It sounds elementary and easy to do.
But it's going to be the key. This team, we've talked about their balanced attack, right? They've thrown it for 2,000 yards. They've run it for 2,000 yards.
Oh, my God.
They've done all of that with 3 guys. Maybe 4 if you count the quarterback. All he's doing is throwing it 10 feet, so I don't know if I count him, but we'll show you here in a minute what I mean by that. But you have to make them one-dimensional one way or another. And I think the way the Saints will do that tonight is take away the run game. Make them throw it on every down. We will allow some run yards today, some pass yards, today. They will find themselves in between the 20s with a lot of 6 and 7 and 8-yard gains. Okay, hold them to that, number 1. Don't let them turn that 5-foot pass into a 65-yard touchdown. Mm-hmm. Limit them to that 3-yard gain, that 7-yard gain. And then we get inside the red zone, get inside the 30, and the Saints defense will clamp down, and that's where you're going to have to stop the run game. That's what Maquoketa Valley couldn't do outside of the one time they scored last week, was finish inside the red zone because those little short passes don't work when you shrink the field, right?
Yeah, you run out of room.
You run out of room to do that, exactly. And so the one time they were successful was that draw handoff. If that works over and over again, the Saints will be in trouble tonight. I'll just say it that way, too. I'll be honest with you in both directions. If they can run it and throw it, and I'm confident that the short pass game is going to work, so we have to shut down the run game so that they're one-dimensional.
Good news, bad news on this one, Joe. You want the good news or the bad news first?
Let's go good news first.
Okay, I'll give you the bad news first.
Bad news.
These guys put up a lot of yards. The good news, 3 guys are doing it.
40 points a game?
3 guys doing it. 3 guys doing it. Just got to stop those 3 guys, right? And to your point, make them one-dimensional.
Yep. 429 yards a game, 43 points a game. Stop the run. Key number 3 looks like this. Tackle in space.
Ooh, I like
this. I did a little flare on the
space. Tackle in space with your jazz hands. So they are going to they're going to run the shotgun formation, right, and everything's quick. They're either very quickly going to hand it off to Carter Coonsey, number 22, who's going to be either on the right or the left hip of the quarterback. And they're going to snap, boom, hand it. Snap, boom, hand it off. The other thing they're going to do is snap and throw it out to one of the receivers. The 2 receivers that he really likes, Cale Witt, number 9, and number 17, Zach Nelson. Those are going to be the 2 receivers that he's going to quickly throw it to. One of those 2 things happens. There's not a long, hey, we're going to drop back and chuck that pigskin, as Saints TV likes to say. They're not allowed to chuck that pigskin. They're going to throw the ball short and let their explosive receivers go try to be explosive. So the Saints have to stop that tonight. Make the first tackle. The first guy to that receiver has to make the tackle tonight for the Saints to be successful.
It's loud in here.
It's very loud in here. We're going to get a copyright violation for all this music. We love it.
You want to check the game?
I turned the mic on and pointed it out there so they can hear. Is it too loud, people?
Oh, you want to hear it?
Yeah.
Got it.
Why not? I gotcha. So this game's about to get underway. That's what we're going to watch here tonight. Number 22, Carter Coonsey, has 2,090 rushing yards, 34 touchdowns on the season. He's that guy who's going to be on the quarterback's hip, either left or right. Number 17, Zach Nelson, wide receiver. The senior, 6'3", 200 pounds, has 951 yards on 60 catches with 13 touchdowns. And Cale Witt, 6 foot, 165-pound wide receiver, 944 yards and 9 touchdowns. Throwing it to them is number 10, A.J. Harder, the 6 foot sophomore quarterback, an impressive sophomore quarterback, almost 2,400 yards of passing. He has turned the ball over 14 times. He's got 14 interceptions on the season. Hey, I think the most interesting stat as you look at this Tri-Center offense is their number 2 rusher. Okay, the number 2 rusher has, you ready for this? 91 yards. It's the quarterback. 91 yards of rushing is their second leading rusher. So they run the ball with Kunze, and pony. That's it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just like you said. Hey, Dave Radar Milton, by the way, thanks for chiming in. I'm not worried about you telling. I'm worried about the hundreds of other people out there telling. If you can convince them not to tell about us turning this camera around. Thanks for chiming in, Radar. Great to hear from you.
Who won the jersey?
The teams are meeting at the center here.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the jersey here in a little bit. Stay tuned.
Saints win the toss and defer. Tri-Center will have it first here in Cedar Falls in the Unidome. Here we go, gentlemen. It's playoff semifinals. For the 7th time in school history, your Saints are about to kick off a semifinal football game.
I love it. The atmosphere is electric in this building. So much is different than what we're used to playing a home game on a cold field on a dark night. It's well lit. We're playing on turf. Chris said it earlier. We're not allowed to wear metal cleats, but they're probably wearing their regular cleats out there.
Yep, they don't wear metal cleats in football anyway, so they got their. It looks to me like we got our regular shoes on for most of those fellas out there wearing their molded cleats.
I got to remember, I am responsible for the clock tonight. And full disclosure, folks, I have never run the clock tonight. So we are the home team. He's going to do a great
job. I'm not worried. We are the home team. Your Saints are all red here tonight. White helmets, red jerseys, red pants is the official call. Tri-Center, white jerseys, looks like maybe black helmets and pants. So the Saints will kick it off here. They won the toss and deferred.
That's confidence in your defense, Joe.
Your weather check here at kickoff. Partly gray, dome sky, no wind, 68 degrees here inside in Cedar Falls. It wouldn't be the same if we didn't do that.
Yeah. Hats off.
Perfect night for football.
It is.
Duke Scoop, hats off to you, sir, on the graphics that we're going to see in this one.
Well, we'll see how it works. Hopefully good.
Hey, if you're looking to watch this game, obviously we're doing the radio broadcast. It is being broadcast. You just got to pay to watch. Next week's games will be free to watch. The championships games. But we're happy to do this. We love doing this. Unfortunately, we can't show the field, but it is available for, what is it, $19?
We'll kind of show the field. We'll show concepts of the field.
Schwiesau kicks it deep inside the 20, where Trojan has it. He's brought down across the 30, 33-yard line. Tri-Center will have it, 1st and 10. Looks like Seth Schatz in on the tackle for the Saints. Nice return. He fielded that inside the 20. Did Witt, and he runs it across the 30 out to the 34. Give him the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 Trojans. They run this spread offense. 2 receivers at the top of the screen, 1 at the bottom. Put a man in motion. A.J. Harder, the sophomore, hands it off to Kunze inside.
Oh, wow.
Carter Kunze's tackled for a huge loss. Dylan Hansen says, no, sir, not today. Huge loss on the play. Let's call it a loss of 6. Makes it 2nd and 16.
What yard line are they on, the 20?
On the 23-yard line, or excuse me, 28-yard line. 28-yard line now, 2nd and 16 after Dylan Hansen breaks through the line and catches the running back in the backfield for a huge loss. Spins him down at the 28. 2nd and 16, same formation here. 2 receivers at the bottom of the screen this time. Harder puts him in motion. That's Witt, so now we got 2 at the top of the screen. Whistles and flags before the play here.
So that's either a timeout or a
delay a game is the call. Delay a game on Tri-Center makes it 2nd and 21.
You know, I didn't even think of this. I made all these graphics for like the teams to go forward. but I didn't think about them going backwards.
That's
so I'm getting a little settled in here, folks. Sorry.
That's a nice challenge for you, Duke.
I don't know if I can do it.
Considering the Saints are on defense, it's a good time to learn that.
2nd and 21. Back to pass is Harder. Has a man. It's complete to Zach Nelson. Gain of 13. So it'll be 3rd down. Nice completed pass there from from Harder to Nelson. Makes it 3rd down and 7. 3rd and a short 7. The ball's at the 38-yard line here. Good passing play there. First pass of the night is successful after a run stop. Here on 3rd down. Pass complete to Witt. Witt has it across midfield. Still on his feet across the 45. Keeps the feet moving down to the 42-yard line of the Saints. 1st down Trojans in Saints territory.
He is tough to bring down.
And that's that zone defense, right, where you're going to find guys over the middle like that. We've seen this the last couple of weeks. Bend but don't break is going to be the key here again tonight.
Clock stops while they move the chains, and with the chains back in place, I better reset here to 1st and 10, right?
You got it. Shotgun snap, handoff, nothing doing. The inside run game. Dylan Hansen says, you're not running in my part of the field. Makes another tackle in the backfield. Loss of 2, 2nd and 12 for Kunze. He has negative 8 yards on 2 carries.
We were looking at highlights here from last week, and they had some really big runs through the middle. I was really anxious to see how that was going to work against, Hansen, for example, but the rest of the Saints team, who does a really good job. Super stout in the middle defensively. So far, that one's not working for him.
2nd and 12. Hansen, Dylan on the tackle. On 2nd and 12 here. Harder takes the snap. Back to pass again. Complete over the middle again. That's Witt. Again, he breaks the tackle. That's what we talked about. Those guys are hard to tackle. Gain of 13. 1st down Trojans. But just he's running that quick route, settling down in the middle of that zone defense. And Harder does a nice job of putting it right on the numbers. And missed tackle there by Clevenger. Allows an extra 4 or 5. Hard to tackle. Cale Witt, number 9. He has been the receiver of choice the last couple. 1st down outside the 30-yard line. Handoff. Kunze. Nowhere to go. Tyson Klein tackles him as he tries to break it outside. Klein runs him down. No gain. 2nd and 10. The Saints have done a great job of containing that run. They are negative rushing on the night. But Harder has almost 50 yards of passing on this first drive.
Yeah, early in this one, you'd almost say, just abandon the run, let's go throw. Obviously, you can't go that one-dimensional that early, but my, oh my, they are struggling to run the ball, and yet they're moving it.
Harder, back to pass again, same route coming.
Big throw.
Deep, Witt, wide open, touchdown Trojans.
Wow.
Cale Witt gets lost in coverage there, and it's a long touchdown pass for Tri-Center.
And really a great throw on that one. It looked like the receiver was perhaps overthrown from what I can see. Coverage was not bad, but the pass was dropped in there beautifully.
Yeah, he had 4 or 5 yards on Brum there. 31-yard touchdown pass. A.J. Harder to Cale Witt, and it's 6-0 Tri-Center. We thought this might be the case, where their passing game was going to be dangerous for the Saints. They're going to have to respond here offensively. Extra point is up, and it is good. 7-0 Tri-Center leads it after a 31-yard touchdown pass from Harder to Witt.
8:47 left here in the first quarter. 1 possession, 1 touchdown for Tri-Center, who moves it down the field in grand fashion when throwing. Gets absolutely, I don't want to say destroyed, but they hit a brick wall trying to run the ball. Obviously, the passing yards are adding up. The rushing yards are not. But Tri-Center leading this one 7-0 in this one early.
79 yards of passing on that drive, -8 rushing.
Wow.
Well, we talked about keeping them one-dimensional, Joe, in the pregame. They did that there, but unfortunately that one dimension so far has been working.
Can't allow those long passes. They'll take the short ones over, over the middle. It's that post pattern there that you have to limit if you're the Saints defense. So the Trojans feeling it after one drive. Let's see what the Saints do with their first offensive opportunity here.
Quarterback for Tri-Center is Will Harder's cousin. Thanks for watching.
Thanks, Will.
Welcome to the show.
Number 7 on to do the kicking.
All right. People dropping F-bombs. I'm going to ban them.
Ban.
How do you pay? Well, our stream is free, Otis, but
Otis,
you can give butter.
Jonathan Zacharias.
Go to saintstv.com to learn more, and we'll talk about it throughout the show.
Kicks it out of bounds. That ball went out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
That was a boot.
That was a boot, but it'll be procedure penalty on the Trojans. Their second penalty already. The Saints will have it 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. So the Saints will start here 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Their first drive offensively trailing 7-0. Saints haven't trailed much this season.
So the Saints can decline that penalty?
You can make him re-kick as well.
Make him re-kick. Got it.
Mm-hmm. Klein. Yeah, Klein with a nice carry. Give him 4 on 1st down. Makes it 2nd and 6. Tyson Klein there went left. Nice hole from Beeson and Heeman on the left side of the offensive line.
And I expect the Saints are just going to continue to kind of grind it out here, do what the Saints do. Don't get too anxious about that first drive by Tri-Center.
Schweiss out of the wishbone. He keeps. He hands it to Michaels. Christian Michaels across the 50, 40, 30, 25, inside the 25-yard line. Christian Michaels with a huge gain on 2nd and 6. Makes it 1st and 10, just outside the red zone of the Trojans.
Great run by Michaels on that one. He came out of the game early last week, but he does not hurt at all. He's doing his little, I'm not even sure what you call it, run in midair type run.
Right.
But a lot of fun to watch him.
39-yard rush for Corbin Michaels around the right end. I thought Schweiss still had it.
That happens quite a bit.
Michaels has it here. Carry up the middle, short gain. Gain of 2 is going to make it 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
Glad to see Michaels coming out here looking good today. Again, we saw him come out early last week, early last week.
He didn't,
right?
Yeah, after the 3rd play of the game, he didn't play offense, right? The rest of the game last week.
Came in only on defense, which is a good sign, right? Hey, you know what? He's hurting a little bit, but we're going to take it easy on him in a game where offensively we were doing great without him. But then to come in here today and see him playing, and they're relying on him here early.
Tyson Klein tries the left side. Give him 3 yards. Pushes the pile ahead. Make it 4. 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3 it is.
3rd and 3. Ball at the 16-yard line. 4-down territory here, gentlemen. Need a positive play here.
Oops,
doesn't have to be all 3.
Wrong spot. Sorry, folks. I'm still getting used to where all these buttons are. I kind of came in here blind with this, but we're trying it.
I'm watching the comments a little bit over on this side. Ooh,
Michaels with a short gain. Got 2, needed 3, so it will be 4th down, 4th and a long 1. Michaels out of the wishbone, got the handoff. He is short of the 1st down, 4th and 1.
So the way that, we're a little ways away from the action here, and we couldn't really actually see the ball, but looking at the reactions of the players, it looked a little bit like he maybe lost the ball, but clearly he didn't. So glad to see the Saints maintain possession here. I got to get my downs
Schweiss
right.
on 4th down, hands it off. Inside 1st down Saints. Not a lot, but enough. Clevenger picks up 2, and it'll be 1st down Saints. At the 12-yard line, the Saints are set up with their 1st down inside the red zone here, trailing 7-0 after the Trojans go 79 yards all through the air on their first drive.
Looks like the Saints, though, are knocking on the door to get their own.
Schweiss hands it to Clevenger, breaks the tackle inside the 5, gaining 9, down to the 4-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1.
Saints
so they
can get a first down without getting a touchdown.
You got it. So it is 2nd and 1 here from the 3-yard line. Good drive by the Saints, all on the ground.
All on the ground. It's
the
two
yin to
very,
your
very
yang.
opposite things going on here. Makes for a pretty great football game.
Schwiesau has him lined up in the wishbone. Hands it off to Clevenger. Clevenger straight ahead running, gets stood up. No gain on the play. I don't think they're going to give him enough for the first down here. They do not. So 2nd and 1. Ball stays at the 3-yard line. They need about 2.5.
I believe it's 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
Yep.
So they need about a 1.5 here for a first down. 3 yards for a touchdown.
I got to imagine Schwiesau just keeps this thing, doesn't he?
That's what my call is.
You got 2 downs to do
I'll be able to tell you, it is not a QB keep. Instead, he hands it off to Michaels, who goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints! Christian Michaels with a 3-yard touchdown run gets the Saints on the board. Great play there by the left or the right side of the offensive line, making a huge hole. Corbin Michaels runs through it, gets the Saints on the board. They go 65 yards, all on the ground, in their first possession. Going for 2 here. Saints are going to go for 2. Schwiesau to pass. Throws it back to Haugen, who catches it. 2-point conversion is good.
By Haugen. That looked like a pick to me. Not that they can score on a pick, but Haugen grabs that thing out of the air.
Out of the air. 2-point conversion is good. It is 8-7 Saints. Schwiesau was rolling to his right, almost fell down. He had to double clutch. Gets it out there.
What a great job by Haugen to come back to the football.
The forgotten man.
A jump ball there.
The forgotten man.
And he recognized it, and he beat a guy. I didn't see what number it was at 17. That was Nelson for Tri-Center. He beat him to that jump ball. They both were going at it.
They were going
after it. Might be intercepted.
And it looked
like
Nelson was in a better position.
Yeah,
for it. Nelson was in front of Haugen, but Haugen, the forgotten man.
Yeah. After Corbin Michaels punches it in, the junior Chase Haugen. I got that wrong last week. I know he's a junior. I don't know why. So my apologies.
Did you call him?
You know, we get him. I called him senior.
Well, he plays like a senior.
And according to my phone, one of us called Corbin by the wrong first name. We won't say that first name. It had to be me,
today?
I'm sure. But I'm not saying that name because it'll be stuck in my head otherwise.
Goodness.
So Corbin Michaels, we would have taken that other Michaels. We'll have both of them out there if they'd let him play. But
that wouldn't be fair.
I don't think that would be fair to have two Michaels on this
They
field.
would arrest us and kick us out.
Pretty sure you're right about that.
So Corbin Michaels punches it in after a long, methodical Saints drive. 4:35 to go in the first quarter. This is going to be an offensive day, gentlemen.
I believe you are correct. We talked a little bit about how these Saints are just, like the coach said, they're better team or otherwise, they're going to be the best conditioned team. And the way these guys are playing, I think that this style of play is going to suit us in the second half. But you said it also earlier, Joe, the first team to punt in this game might be the team that can't get caught up on the scoreboard. And the way things is starting off, that could be the case.
And it's we get the ball after halftime, right?
That's correct. The Saints won the toss and deferred.
That kind of plays in also as well to the how does your strategy play out around that if you got a chance to go 2 for 1 or double dip, I think Joel called it last week.
That's right. So Schwiesau set to kick it off here for the Saints. Tri-Center has Cale Witt, who we've seen how dangerous he is, number 9, and Carter Coonsey, number 22, back to return. Schwiesau. Nice deep kick again inside the 20. This is Witt with it. He's out across the 30, and he's tackled right there. Corbin Michaels sets him down at the 30-yard line where the Trojans will have it. 1st and 10 for their second possession of the night.
Yeah, with that,
this has been
a bit of a line drive kick on there. Like that's super returnable. For those of you at home who maybe not be used to watching football, we like to break it down a little bit and maybe assume that many out there watching or listening, I guess in this case, maybe don't have a lot of experience watching the game, but a good line drive kick like the one we just saw is super returnable because your defenders can't get down there and try and tackle that guy.
QB keeps here. Harder, gain of 5. Tackled by Clevenger, Heeman, and Michaels. So QB keep there. He just tried that right side, found a little seam, got a short 5.
We're calling it 6 on the board. I'm going to go with what they have here just to try and match up for those who might be watching the game as well. We got Radar. Thanks again for chiming in, my friend. He's watching the game but listening to us.
There you go. Get it synced up. That's smart. That's smart right there.
That's next level.
Harder handoff to Kunze inside. Nowhere to run. He does fall ahead for 4 yards. Good tackle.
Good job of getting to the edge there by him, seeing nothing but using that speed, his legs to get over there.
The middle was all plugged up. He bounced it outside to his right and turns no gain into a gain of 4, makes it 3rd and 1. So after nothing doing on the running game that first drive, they run it the first 2 plays here. Why wouldn't you, right? If you throw it for 71 yards on 7 plays, go run it twice.
That's how you keep us honest.
Absolutely, and they're going to do that here. So the Saints, 3rd and 1 here for the Trojans. Handoff inside. Kunze has the first down across the 40, out to the 43-yard line. First down, Trojans. Tackled by Weston Paulson. And shots for the Saints on the tackle, but it's 1st and 10. Try center.
One of few positive running plays here for these Spartans.
After being -8 rushing yards, they now are back to positive. They now have a rushing yard and make it 5 after that one. Back to pass is Harder. He's chased out of the pocket, escapes a tackle, gets 9 yards, turns a sack into a 9-yard gain, does Harder's. He scrambles up the middle, got away from Dylan Hansen.
Yep, that's that key you talked about, making tackles in the open field right there. We could have had would have been a sack, but turns into a 9-yard gain there for the Trojans.
Heeman that flushed him out to Hansen, but we can't bring him down. The Saints have got to clean up the tackling. That's a couple here now that have really cost the Saints. And it's 2nd and short for the Trojans. Kunze in the backfield. He's going to get the handoff. Makes another man miss. Big gain out across the 40, 35-yard line. Still going down to the 34-yard line. First down, try center.
Get a lot of red jerseys around him, and it looks like, we've seen, particularly in the postseason, where these Saints are looking to strip a ball perhaps. He may have picked up a few yards on that, but credit to him. He's holding on to the ball. He's keeping his legs moving, and that equates to a first down.
So here we go. We've said they may be able to get that ball inside the 40, but we got to stop them once they get there. Here you go. Here's the second test for the Saints. Can they bend but not break here? Harder in the backfield. Kunze's with him. He's back to pass again. Chased out of the pocket again by Weston Paulson. Finds the receiver downfield, complete. Makes a man miss. Inside the 10-yard line goes Cale Witt. 1st and goal, Trojans.
That one is at the 8-yard line.
That's Freeberg, number 11, on his first reception of the night, has the Trojans set up 1st and goal.
Pretty good play by the quarterback there to elude the sack.
Yeah,
find his receiver, make a throw, accurate enough for the receiver to grab.
He's scrambling around, making plays with his feet, finding open receivers, and then those receivers are making guys miss outside. That tackle in space thing's not working out for the Saints so far. Kunze with it, run up the middle, gain of 3. Make it 2nd and goal from just outside the 5. Tackled by Michaels.
Second and goal as this first quarter ticks. We're less than a minute to go here. If you're just joining us, both teams move the ball into the end zone on their initial drives of the game. Tri-Center looking to do it again here on their second possession.
The Trojans back to pass is Harder. Looking for Witt. Knocked away beautifully by Connor Mullenbeck. Connor Mullenbeck denies that pass. That would have been a touchdown. Mullenbeck knocks it down. It's 3rd and goal.
Good defense there by Mullenbeck.
Read it perfectly, saw it coming, knocks it away. 3rd and goal from the 5.
Yeah, you're right. That absolutely would have been a touchdown. Mullenbeck does a great job getting a hand on it.
That's that bend, don't break we talked about. Got to have 2 more downs, really.
Likely
here.
2 more, yep. Tri-Center's extra point was good from 40 yards, so do they attempt a field goal? Perhaps.
If you got a kicker, might as well take the points.
I don't know.
Harder back to pass.
We looked to exchange touchdowns.
Looking for 17 in the corner, throws it up. It's caught. Touchdown, Trojan. No, out of bounds. Out of bounds. Wow. I thought he got a foot down. The official says no. Pass incomplete. He caught it. He brought it down.
So it did not look like he bobbled it at all.
No.
In the dome.
And the video mysteriously goes black on the controversial call.
So
the screen inside is
and the Tri-Center crowd is letting out a little boost because of that. Oh, they're like rebooting.
Oh boy.
The computer logo popped up on the screen.
They've been showing the replays afterward.
Well, you can't change anything anyway. After
4th and 5.
That bobbles a snap, but he gets it under control. And Corbin Michaels in the backfield.
Corbin Michaels at the 10-yard line. The Saints turn the Trojans away at the goal line. What a huge stop.
What a turn of events. Holy moly.
Corbin Michaels with a textbook shoestring tackle.
Oh, that was beautiful.
After the snap, like you said, it was kind of bobbled, kind of hit him high.
Yeah.
And Harder tried to get that thing brought in. He was able to, and then was just going to roll out to his right to try to create again. But Michaels had other things in mind, brings him down, and the Trojans turn it over on down. Saints ball at the 10-yard line.
Yeah, that was a tough couple plays for the Trojans. First, that pass, which was a little controversial, but called no catch or out of bounds. And then that bobbled snap that kind of put the Trojans in a weird spot, obviously turning it over to the Saints here deep.
The handoff goes to Tyson Klein. He goes nowhere, tackled immediately on that left side of the offensive line, and that will do it in the first quarter. So when we come back for quarter number 2, the Saints lead it 8-7. They'll have it 2nd and 10 at their own 10-yard line. What a first quarter. 131 yards of offense for Tri-Center, 65 yards of offense for the Saints. 65 yards, all rushing, by the way, for your Saints.
Those listening, thank you to the Iowa High School Athletic Association for allowing us to broadcast today and for making this state event possible. What a huge, huge deal for all of these athletes. What is the number? Do you know, Joe? What is the number of Class A football teams? It's 64-ish?
56, I think.
56. We're down to 4. It's a really, really big deal, obviously, for the teams that are here. Also to our sponsors, I'm not sure if we got the corner logos going. Yeah, we got the corner logos going. So thank you for the sponsors who helped us do this, because we're making. Usually the tone is watching the game is free. Well, it's not today, but you can listen to the game here for free, and you can watch Duke's amazing graphics.
Well, I wouldn't call them amazing. As you can see, I'm like moving stuff on the screen. I made the mistake of like making this field like perspective angled away, and that makes it really difficult to move these lines because we don't have any like sophisticated actual programs. So like we're doing all this like manually, the old-fashioned way, I guess. Yeah. Which in computer world is anyway.
It's a good look.
I hear you.
It's a good look. I think people out there are happy that
you're getting to listen to the game.
Got to do. Corbin Michaels has 4 carries, 46 yards in that first quarter. Joe Clevenger, 3 carries for 11. Tyson Klein, 3 carries for 8. So that's how you get to 65 if you're the Saints. For the Trojans, Carter Kunze, 7 carries, 17 yards. Harder, the quarterback, has 3 carries for 9. Of course, the big story is A.J. Harder is 5 of 7 passing for 105 yards and a touchdown, including
you
a
think
31
impossible,
yard.
but not impossible. It's happening.
That's right.
And if you are just joining us, obviously Joe gave you the specifics as to what is in general, what's happening here. St. Ansgar Saints, Tri-Center Trojans, semifinal playoff game here at the Unidome in Cedar Falls, Iowa. Each team in their opening possession takes it right down the field in very different fashion. Tri-Center does it throwing. St. Ansgar does it running.
Big run from Michaels to set that one up, too.
Exactly.
That's right.
And then what a catch by Haugen on that 2-point conversion.
Yep. And that's how you get to 8-7. Saints lead it with the football at the start of the second quarter. 2nd and 10 from their own 10. So if nothing else, the Saints need a first down here or two to give themselves some punting room.
Thanks, Will, for look at that stat on the screen there. How all the teams got here. Tri-Center beat South Central Calhoun, Riverside, ACGC.
Yep.
Play blown up in the backfield for the Saints. They were going the wrong way on this possession.
Lost 6 on second down. Was that ball on the ground?
Yeah, I saw it bounce up.
Yeah.
It looked like.
So Schwiesau drops it. It bounces right back to him, but he loses 6 yards on the play, and it's 3rd and 16 from the shadow of your own goal line.
Yeah.
Tough spot to be. You talked about trying to gain some yards in case you need to punt. Obviously, you hope you don't need to punt, but a couple things going against you on that one. You're closer to the goal line, and you got one less down to get a first down.
Timeout, St. Ansgar. A little confusion there trying to get that play in. They decide, you know what, it's early, can't take your timeouts with you. Let's call one. Big play coming up here on 3rd and 16. So Saints use their first timeout of the half.
Oh, I didn't even make a timeout graphic.
Do I have one here?
You have it on the
scoreboard? Where is it? Oh,
I'll beat you.
St. Ansgar timeout -1, right?
It's a race.
But can we call a timeout on the?
No, you cannot do that. I see what you're saying.
All right. Yeah.
What
That's
a
right.
wild first quarter. The Trojans have moved the ball up and down the field, have 140 yards of offense, but that last touchdown, or would-be touchdowns, ruled out of bounds. And then on 4th down, Corbin Michaels comes up with a big play. Corbin Michaels shuts down. I said it. We're in trouble. You guys have to correct me every time. You guys be on alert for that. Corbin Michaels makes a huge play on 4th down to turn him over on downs.
3rd and 16 there, Sparrow.
3rd. Thank you.
There you go. Yep.
Timeout is over. Both teams back on the field here. 11:24 to go in the second quarter.
And the Saints just need a little breathing room here, I think, to get a punt off at this point.
You see a draw here, maybe? We're in the pistol here.
Yeah, something.
Schwiesau does
Back
throw
to
it.
pass.
Oh,
Going
man.
deep.
He has Brum deep, but it's well defended there by Zach Nelson. Incomplete pass. Nelson actually had inside position on that ball with Brum.
Yeah.
And probably fortunate it's just an incomplete pass.
A little bit underthrown. It didn't like either player had a good chance to get it.
Yeah.
Not what the Saints wanted there, but, I respect it taking a shot. If he catches that flips the field.
It sure does. So now the Saints, Schwiesau has to punt standing at the end of his own end zone here. Huge play here. I know it's just a punt, but the Saints get a good punt off. Going to take a Saints roll out across the 40 and to be downed at their own 45-yard line. So Tri-Center will have it in Saints territory to start this drive. 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after scoring on their opening possessions, each team gives the ball back. Saints on a punt there. Tri-Center on the previous drive after not converting their 4th down. This is a game, boys. This is a game. And now Tri-Center, who seems to be moving the ball very well, is already starting this drive on the Saints' half of the field.
Same side of the football field here. Harder hands it off to Kunze. Kunze looking for running room, finds some, drags the pile ahead. He was tackled for a gain of 5, drags the pile for 5 more. Give him a first down and 10 yards.
Yeah, they are moving the chains.
Kunze comes up limping there. That would be huge. He looks like he's going to walk it off and go back to the huddle, but Kunze gets up a little gingerly there.
They've been relying on him heavily. Does he, I shouldn't say take a play off, but it will be interesting to see what happens here because obviously he's been massively impactful for them so far today.
Harder going to keep, rolls out to his right, finds a seam, turns it upfield, flag on the play, gain of 5. That's going to be negated by a holding penalty on Tri-Center. That'll make it 1st and 20 after the penalty here. based on where that flag was thrown. They'll mark it back 10 yards from the spot of the foul, so they'll make it 1st and 19. Looks like after the holding penalty goes against the Trojans.
You got your flag graphic up. Our flag graphics are fighting on the screen.
No.
You know what? I was so proud to have found it that I just didn't even look to see if you had yours up.
That's all right. Actually, it's one less thing because I got 70 buttons here I'm clicking at one. So if you want it, if you're on it, you go for it, man.
And if we miss the flag, Joe, you tell them about it.
I will.
We got it covered 3 times here.
1st and 19 now for Tri-Center back at the 44-yard line. But Harder's going to pass. Finds a man.
Wow.
Makes a great catch. Gain of about 8. That was Freeberg, his 2nd catch of the night. Nice play. He kind of has to fall back and catch it going to the ground. Does just that, and it'll be 2nd and 11. It's a nice gain there. They get a big chunk of that penalty yardage back.
Kind of back to where they started. Right at the 1st down marker.
Harder going to roll out to his right. Looking to throw. He has a man wide open. That's Cale Witt for the 1st down. Gain of 12. 1st down Trojans at the 24-yard line. Boy, this team's been able to do whatever they want offensively against your Saints defense here early.
They really have. They're finding the open receiver. The quarterback isn't seeing the kind of pressure I think that I'd like to see him get. We saw last week pressure on the quarterback equal
made a difference.
Yeah.
Yep, you're right. See if the Saints can't dial up a little pressure here. That offensive line for Tri-Center playing a great half here. 1st and 10, Trojans. Handoff. Coonsey.
Great blocking.
Good patience there. Just kind of finds his way through. But Corbin Michaels brings him down after a short gain. Gain of 3 makes it 2nd and 7. 2nd and 8. Give him just 2. Good job by Corbin Michaels on the tackle there. And what a patient run. That's what you're seeing from this Coonsey kid. He's just kind of patient, waiting for that block, and then when he hits hard through that open spot once he finds his block. Coonsey's off the right side of quarterback Harder. Harder's going to roll right, looking to pass. Everybody's covered up, so he brings it down. Now he throws it up over the middle. Incomplete is the call on the field. Was almost a great catch. Would have been a gain of 10 and a 1st down, but it's ruled incomplete.
Yeah, another one of those where he did catch it, made a spectacular catch, but not in bounds according to the Zebras.
And very, very aware of where his feet were on that play. Now, in high school, he just has to have 1 foot in, right?
Yeah,
I feel like if he could have just focused on getting 1 foot in, he might have had a completion there, but he had tiptoe NFL style, didn't quite make that one in
like
bounds.
A pro tapping his toes over there.
They really did.
Yeah. That was intended for Johnson. Out of bounds, though, so it is 3rd and 8. 4-down territory here. Saints are going to have to survive 2 more of these. They're rolling out the quarterback.
Another high snap.
But he brings it in. Harder. Looking to pass. Throws it into the corner. Out of bounds again. I don't know if he caught that one. Did he drop that one?
That one came out.
Gotcha. So right on that same sideline. They're rolling the quarterback outright over and over and over again here and buying him time. Our pressure can't get there because of that
time
rollout.
Haugen did break through, and he forced that throw a little bit early. So a great job by Haugen. We've seen that with him the last couple games here in the playoffs. He's starting to really, feel his oats, as the horse racers say, and he's getting in the backfield, causing some disruptions, and he forced that throw a little early.
4th and 8.
Big play here, guys. A lot of these passes going to the outside. They must have seen something on film that says put them out there.
Harder
pass.
Puts Witt in motion. Going to roll out right again. Has a receiver caught. 1st down. Zach Nelson hauls it inside the 15 for a 1st down, Trojans.
Yeah, almost ran the same play.
It was the same play as the last 3. They just keep running it, and they're getting guys loose underneath there in that zone. 1st and 10 Trojans at the 12-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 12.
Harder in the shotgun, hands it off to Coonsey. Coonsey patient again, finds a seam, runs down near the 7-yard line where he's tackled at the 8. So a gain of 4. make it 2nd and 6. They can get a first down at about the 3, it looks like.
Yeah, we're setting up here in the media area, press box, whatever you call it. This is the far side of the field for us, so I'll do what I can to help you find these guys, Joe. But
they are hard to find way over there.
It sure seems like it.
This game's going to go quickly with all this offense. 8 minutes to go in this first half. Harder. It's just kind of the same thing. Put a man in motion, roll to the right. Stop me if you've heard this one. That pass is caught. Somehow caught. Short of the first down. That's caught by Johnson at the 4-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 1.
Kind of a little dink and dunk pass there.
Yeah, I don't know how he came up with that one. It was right on his shoelaces, but a great catch by Johnson there.
That makes it about 3rd and maybe a yard, inches.
Yeah.
It's close.
It's 3rd and very short.
Saints got some work to do here.
Kunze up the middle. Touchdown, Trojans. Tri-center drives the short field there after the punt. They go 45 yards into the end zone. 13-8 now. They take the lead pending the extra point. That play there is going to put them over 185 yards of offense in this first half. And there's still 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go.
With a 5-point lead right now, I have to believe they're going to go for 2 on this one.
Quarterback looks like he's running that play back in. I think your call is correct. So they're going for 2 here. Harder in the shotgun has Kunze behind him now instead of beside him. He's just straight back to pass into the middle.
Great
knocked
defense.
Away. Connor Mullenback knocks back another one. 2-point conversion fails.
Holy spicy guacamole, my friends. I was told that we might see some pretty good things from guacamole. Tony Mullenback, his father, reached out and said, hey, man, we got the inflatable avocado out for this game. I'm not sure exactly where it's sitting, but I saw a picture of it.
It's here?
No, I don't think it's here.
Oh,
although it should be.
It's a decoration at home.
It's decoration at home.
I got you.
It's a sign of things to come, I believe, is what that is.
I hear you. So the Saints now trail 13-8 after the Trojans go 45 yards, punch it in for their 2nd touchdown. They've been passing all over the Saints defense. They have 140 yards of passing through a quarter and a half here in the Dome.
The St. Ansgar Saints have done a great job of getting turnovers, right? But intercepting passes. We saw a couple last week. We're not really close on any of these. I think the closest we're coming is kind of what we saw there, where we're getting one hand on it, batting it out of the way. But for the most part, these Trojans are just passing the ball at will on these Saints.
Yeah, and it's a really good game plan by the Tri-Center coaches. You can see they're kind of found that soft spot there, and they're gonna continue to try to take advantage of that. We'll see what kind of, this is a chess match, right? So we'll see what kind of adjustments the Saints make on defense. We will start to see some here next time out, I have a feeling. Certainly will after the half. More importantly, Saints football here, got to go punch it in. You need points here if you're a Saints fan. Just methodically drive down the field here, burn up the rest of this 7 minutes, go to halftime with a 16-13 lead. How's that sound?
I like the sound of it. I think it's a good game plan anyway.
All right. That's the plan. We've ordered it.
All right. Let's see if the boys can cook it up.
Saints got stymied deep in their own territory on their last drive.
Well, I don't like it, but
I
like the
adjective.
The adjective.
Is that an adverb?
No, verb. It's a verb.
It's a verb.
It was a verb. It's a thing. I'm not a thing. It's an action.
An action. Stymied is an action. We learned something today. So those of you who didn't have the opportunity to go to school today, you just learned. I'm sure all these students here today are tuned in to Saints TV while they're here in the Dome. Nice Saints crowd here in Cedar Falls. Kickoff. Takes a bounce. Picked up there by Mullenback, I think, who breaks a tackle out across the 25-yard line. Brought down at the 27. Connor Mullenback with the nice return. The Saints will have it 1st and 10 from their own 27. We talked about it on the way down, guys. Connor Mullenback has made a huge impact in these playoffs as he's earned some playing time here later in this season. Some of it due to injury, some of it due to just how well he's playing. Oh, 1st and 10 Saints. Out of the wishbone. Schwiesau hands it off to Michaels, who finds a seam, breaks a tackle. He's hard to bring down, too. And he's going to take it across the 35-yard line for a gain of 8. Nice job by Corbin Michaels there. And a good job by the offensive line making a hole.
Yeah, and on Tri-Center, you heard me say there it is. It looked like there was a spot for Michaels to make a go at the end zone there, but good job Tri-Center closing that gap.
He almost had a whole lot more.
Only at 8 yards. Like, only an 8-yard game was positive for a Tri-Center on that play.
Little congestion there.
Run up the middle. No one knows who has the ball. It is Clevenger.
I sure didn't.
Who gets stood up for no gain.
I was watching there's a defense on that one, and
the defense was tackling Schwiesau.
They were tackling guys that didn't have the ball, and multiple guys that didn't have the ball.
They also tackled the guy who had the ball, unfortunately, and
I'm surprised one of us didn't get tackled there.
Right. Oh, that little fullback dive play has not done much here today. Been tough running inside.
3rd and 1. I don't think this is 2-down territory.
QB's keeper, Schwiesau, falls ahead for a 1st down. Gain of 2 on the QB keep for Schwiesau.
Clock stops while the chains are reset. 5:54 to go in this one.
1st and 10 Saints at their own 38-yard line. Lots of time. Just keep grinding it out.
Like you said, use up that clock because the way these Trojans are throwing the ball, there's a chance that they've got some plays that are going to score real quick if we leave them too much time on the clock.
Wishbone again. Pass, though, this time. Schwiesau going to get brought down in the backfield. Loses the football. I think he fell right back on it, though, but a huge loss. Going to lose 8 yards on the sack. We'll make it 2nd and 18. Schwiesau didn't fool anybody there with that play call. 58 wreaking havoc. That's Landon Ward in the backfield. Gets the sack for the Trojans.
2nd down, 18 to go. 5 minutes remaining here in the first half of this one. You promised a game, Joe.
Yeah, and we're going to get one. We got a fight on our hands on both sides here. And now we got whistles prior to the snap and a timeout.
Trojans.
Andy Hofer, the man in the white hat, says timeout Trojans. They saw something they didn't like. Which is interesting. On 2nd and 18,
4 wide. I think they were just, hoping
just
we
being
didn't.
cautious there.
Yeah.
Yep. So, the Saints formation was, we were in shotgun there, had moved receivers out, so we had 4 wide receivers there. Let's see what they do after the timeout here, if we make an adjustment on the play call or stick with that one. A lot of orange hair out there on the field. Looks like both teams got into the bleach this week.
You seeing it over on the other side as well?
I see it on the other side as well. Unless there's just a lot of blondes in Neola, which I guess is possible. But his eyebrows sure are brown, so I don't think so.
Must be a new shampoo.
It must be a new shampoo. Dome hair, I think we call it. It's dome hair season.
The game is only 1 possession here. Saints obviously have a long way to go to get to the next 1st down, but 2 downs to get there if they're going to play 4-down territory.
Yep.
It just doesn't feel like the Saints have played their A-game yet.
Right, yep, exactly. Here's the good news. Got to stay patient, right? Wear them down. That's what the Saints do. We're fine. There's no panic in this Saints team. Schwiesau, back to pass. Finds Brum on a short, quick out.
Up immediately.
No gain on the play. Nice complete pass, but for no gain. And it's 3rd and 18.
Yeah, well covered by Tri-Center on that one.
Yeah, just a really good play defensively. They sniffed it out, saw that one coming, had 3 bodies there to try to make the tackle.
And there's still a lot of time left here in the 2nd quarter. Saints need to gain some yards here, ideally get a 1st down. There's a big throw.
Mullenback
up
drops.
the seam and drops it. It was there.
Mullenback
had his man beat.
Yeah, and he just tries to come back for it just a little bit, and through his hands, it goes incomplete, and the Saints will punt.
Love that play call, though. It was there.
Yes, it was. That kind of was skinny post. Is that what that thing's called?
Yeah.
I like it. Good play call. We'll go back to that. Mullenbeck just can't bring it in. The defender was there. I don't know if he got a hand in there on it or not, but a pretty good play there.
Yeah, the pass is right on, isn't it?
Yeah. Yep. So Schwiesau on to punt. Going to be fielded there on the run by Witt. Witt takes it across midfield. Another short field with 4.5 minutes to go. Tri-center set up with half a field here. This first half has not gone the way the Saints needed it to. This second quarter has been flat out disastrous for the Saints.
Yes, it has been.
Yeah, it really has. Saints, and you mentioned earlier, Joe, the Saints really needed a score there, or at least to run this clock down to nothing.
Yeah,
because Saints will take the opening kickoff here in the second half. But Saints can't afford to go down by 2 at this point, 2 scores. So let's see what the defense has up their sleeve here for the Saints.
Need a defensive answer here. How about a turnover? I'll take one. We've got it ordered.
We've ordered the turnover.
Kunze with a handoff. Again, just a good patient runner. Finds a very short gain on the left side. Give him just one. Good job by the Saints defense. That's Brum and Klein. And shots that kind of stretch it out there and force him to the outside, where he's brought down for just a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Dylan Brum and Seth Schatz get credit for that tackle. So 2nd and 9, just across midfield. Harder, the sophomore quarterback, has 2 receivers at the top. Hands it off to Kunze. Carter Kunze.
Wow.
Got to wrap up, Saints. They have not done a good job of that. They allow 9 on that one after having him stopped again after a gain of 3. First down, Tri-center at the 40-yard line. Just haven't done a good job of wrapping up on Kunze, and he'll make you pay for that.
Yes, he will.
They actually spotted across the 40 down to the 39-yard line.
And we've seen their kicker kick. It looks like even if they don't get to the end zone on this with just over 3 minutes remaining. Was he out of bounds? Why is the clock still stopped? I didn't think he was out of bounds.
I didn't think so either. I don't know. Quick pass out to the right. Another big gain. Another missed tackle. Still not on the ground. Down inside the 20-yard line goes Zach Nelson. And again, that's a 7-foot pass that turns into a 17-yard gain, and you just can't have it. The Saints unable to bring him down. Eventually, it's Mullenbeck and Clevenger who bring him down, but not until he gets inside the 20-yard line. The Saints need a timeout to talk this one over. Still 3 minutes to go in this half. The Saints trail it 13-8.
You know, and the silver lining is right now this game is only a 5-point game.
No doubt.
But I will say that, man, these Trojans are handling the Saints right now. If you're the coaching staff, you got to pull something out of the bag here.
Yep, exactly. It's like you said. The good news is we haven't played well this last quarter, and still it's just a 5-point game.
Right.
Make that adjustment. Survive. If you can survive this
right
possession with no points and get to half 13-8. Well, I like our. That's a huge win at this point. So that's what the Saints' mission is now, and I'm sure that's what that conversation from Coach Clevenger and the crew in that huddle was. Hey, we're fine. Relax. Again, no panic here. Let's come up with a stop. Find a way. Get a stop here, and we're back in business to start the second half where the Saints will have that first possession. But big 19 yards to go here for the Trojans. They have it 1st and 10 at the Saints' 19. Harder swings it out to Witt in space. Witt down inside the 5. And a flag finally gets thrown. Clevenger was sprinting down the sidelines, calling for the holding flag. He gets it, and that will bring this one back. So a nice gain. A gain of 15 is going to be erased here on the holding penalty. And like I said,
what a break for the Saints.
Clevenger was all over that one. He could see it as well as that official. And the official, I could see, was digging in his pocket trying to get it out as Clevenger was chasing him down the sideline.
I just want to say to the folks in the chat, be nice and stop spamming, please. We're all here to have fun and be supportive. We don't need all the negative comments and putting 10 comments in a row. We'll just ban you if you're going to do that. So just please don't.
Yeah.
Be nice.
So it is 1st and 13, because that's a spot penalty. Coonsey gets the handoff, and Chase Haugen, the forgotten man, tackles him in the backfield. Lost a 3 on the play. What a huge play again from junior Chase Haugen. Makes it 2nd and 17. So 2 negative plays in a row, one with the penalty, one with the tackle for loss by Haugen in the backfield.
Seems crazy there's only 2nd down.
It
does seem crazy there's only 2nd down, doesn't it?
There's been like 20 plays, it feels like.
So they're going to roll right here and look for number 17, Nelson. I can just tell you what's going to happen. That was not a play call, by the way, for those of you who can't see this at home.
Oh, yeah.
This is a prediction.
We'll see if he's right.
We'll see. We will see.
Lined up in the slot.
Or just straight back to pass.
Yep,
now he's going to run.
That was the play call, Joe.
He was covered up, so instead, A.J. Harder runs, finds a little seam.
About 5, 6, 7 yards there.
Yeah, so let's make it 3rd down and 10 from the original line of scrimmage. We're all the way back to the 19 here after Harder runs it out of bounds after his receiver was covered, so good defense downfield makes Harder just pull it down and run. Unfortunately for the Saints, he gets 8 yards on that run, but they do a nice job forcing him out of bounds.
Hope everyone has a good day.
Have a great day out there. I agree.
Those comments were getting old. Yeah. Sorry about that, folks. I'm pushing a lot of buttons, more buttons than I normally push. Usually I got Hammer Time and
others. Yeah.
And others to help. And so I've kind of had to play moderator too a little bit. And I may have missed some things, but I'm getting caught up. So
Tri-Center calls a timeout. They want to talk it over. Their 2nd of the half.
This is big time here, Joe.
The Tri-Center Trojans have 166 yards of passing, 60 rushing, 226 yards in this first half on the Saints. The Saints have just 62 yards of offense.
Oof.
So we talked, this first half hasn't gone the Saints' way. They can get 2 stops here and go to half trailing by 5 and get the football to start the second half. That's a huge win. Survive your worst half of the season, right? And go start over in the second half after some adjustments. But that's a big if. Got to get through these next 2 plays.
You really do need to get through these
next 2 minutes, maybe. That's another way to look at it. It is 3rd and 9, I guess the scoreboard shows. They do need, looks like the 10-yard line for a first down here, right?
Yep, a little bit past the 10, perhaps.
So it looks like it's more like 3rd and 10 to me. Man in motion here is Harder, back to pass, rolls right, looking for 17, and it's overthrown, incomplete pass, 4th down. That has been their go-to play. Whatever adjustment the Saints have made defensively works there, because they've gone to it twice on this drive, and both times covered up nicely by the Saints defensive back.
1 minute 53 left to go here. This is a massive play, honestly, for both teams, but I'll say specifically for the Saints, who trail by 5 in a half that has been mostly dominated by Tri-Center. The Saints need to end this half well. They'll take possession the opening of the second half.
4th and 10. Harder back to pass. Over the middle.
Look it up. What a play.
Away. Chase Schwiesau knocks it away. Incomplete, and the Saints turn him over on downs inside the red zone for the 2nd time today.
Great job, Saints.
Schwiesau timed that absolutely perfectly. Gets there right as the ball gets there and knocks it away from the intended receiver. Whew. 1st and 10 Saints, minute 49 to go. How about a big play to start this drive? And then you can go try to get points here. Double up here, back to back, as they get the ball to start the second half.
You got time to do it.
Long field, though. They have the ball at the 19-yard line. Schwiesau hands it to Michaels. Michaels breaks a tackle.
Oh, my
across
goodness.
the 30. 40.
Down the sideline. Takes 4 guys to bring him down. He's shaking off tackles over the 50-yard line into, was it Trojan territory?
Trojan territory.
1st and 10 for the Saints. Minute 38 to go here in the first half. That was a big run, Joe.
Corbin Michaels putting on a show on that run. Breaks a couple of tackles, stays in bounds. He didn't want to go down, and he gets it. The Saints set up 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Clock stopped briefly while the chains were reset.
We have a whistle before the snap. Timeout, Tri-Center, their last. So after the 34-yard Corbin Michaels run, the Saints are in business with 1:28 to go.
Yeah. They are in business. They need to ride that momentum a little bit here. Tri-Center taking their last timeout of the half.
So we came out in shotgun formation again, and their coaches do not like that.
They've called all their timeouts when that's happened.
That is. They have burned their timeouts trying to prevent whatever that play they see coming out of that they do not care for. I have a feeling.
In the second half, you just come out and run 3 shotgun plays.
Right. Timeouts
so they have to take their timeouts right away. And then
love it. So the Saints, again, we're going to sugarcoat it. There are guys, we love them as much as anybody.
Those people.
But the Saints haven't had a great half, right? And if they can somehow find points here and go to the locker room with the lead after what we just saw.
A huge shift in momentum. Like you said, Joe, just going down 5 to the locker room would be a big win for the Saints. The way they've played this half.
And now they have a chance to, flip it completely.
We have to avoid the turnover here, guys, because Tri-Center's coming. They want to try and get that ball back out. They know they can score quick, but they also recognize how dangerous that momentum shift could be if the Saints score here.
Schwieshaus in the shotgun. He has Michaels back there with him.
Clevenger goes in motion. Ball is snapped.
Screen
bubble.
Complete.
Oh, and he's tripped up.
Michaels.
He had daylight.
He did. Flag on the far sideline.
What do we got over there?
I don't know, but a short gain. Not all that short. 6-yard gain after a great tackle from the Trojans. I'm afraid this will be on the Saints.
I didn't catch a number, but there was a receiver over there waving his hands early saying, throw to me, but I didn't. Obviously, the throw went Corbin's way, and I didn't see exactly what happened up there.
Defensive holding.
Ineligible receiver, ineligible man downfield, I believe, is going to be the call.
Oh. All right.
Yeah. So on that screen, that's your danger there, right? Is Hansen just gets too far, just a little too eager. He's got to be within a couple of yards of that line of scrimmage. There's kind of a little halo they have to be in until the ball is released. He's too far downfield. They catch him on that. That's a penalty, and it moves the ball back across midfield. So
would have been a 5-yard gain there by Michaels, which was dangerously close to being probably a touchdown.
Schwieshaus pass, caught Mullenback. Got that one, brought that one in.
Nice little hitch route.
Except we have another penalty. Motion penalty on the Saints is going to make it 1st and 20 at the 43-yard line. Going backwards here are the Saints.
Legal formation.
Yep.
5 men in the backfield. There you have it.
So that's where
5 men, okay.
That receiver on the outside needs to be up on the line, or it's something like that, right? There was a man missing from the offensive line, or from the line of scrimmage.
So still first down.
There's the good news. There's still 1:12 to go.
1st and a mile. At this point, do you just run the ball and?
Right.
I don't know. They're lining up in shotgun again.
They sure are. They don't look like it.
Trips to the left.
Trips left, kind of a bunch formation. Puts Michaels in motion.
Hand it
to Michaels.
That way. He's got the corner. Finds a little bit of room. Another flag.
Another flag. This one's on the Saints as well. That'd be 3 straight plays in a row. Holding on the Saints, and that one's gonna hurt because it's from the spot. So it's gonna be like 1st and 35.
Dang.
Good news is no timeouts, minute 5. Now you might pull in the old horns here a bit. Maybe just hand it off to Michaels 3 times and go to half. Unless Michaels, decides to just take it to the house.
Well, that's why handing it off to him really isn't all that much of a...
Right, that's what I'm saying. And that's why I kind of like that strategy here of it is first down still, right? Yes. The dial-it-down says second, but that cannot be correct.
That chain worker is getting a workout.
It's first on the board.
Yeah.
20 is is not correct.
Not enough. No, sir. It's first and about 35.
It just must not go over 20.
Michaels with the carry.
Gets to the corner.
On his feet.
Breaks one tackle, takes two guys to bring him down. Gets a big chunk of those yards back, but it'll be still first and a mile.
Second and a mile now.
Or second and a mile, yeah.
I think,
oops. I don't know what down it is.
Me either, I'm with you.
Let me get the clock updated here. 48 seconds on the game clock.
I think the scoreboard operators confused that. I think the original line of scrimmage is what they seem to be marking the first down.
Yeah, so it's 1, 2.
So now it's first, second, and 20. There we go.
Second and 20.
So it was first and 30. Now it's second and 20.
Tyson Klein.
We haven't seen a lot of.
As a seam, gain of 4. Quick whistle after the play there. Is that a timeout? First down. Third down. Yep. Clock is still running. All right. I just heard a bunch of whistles there, but the clock is still running. It is going to be third down and 16 here.
Haugen and Klein come out. Looks like Schatz and Mullenbach substitute in.
Just 16 seconds left in the first half.
So we saw back to pass. Hitch route to Mullenbach. A little bit outside. You can't hang on to it. Incomplete.
Tough. It would have been a tough catch for Mullenbach there.
All right, Joe, what do you do here? Punt?
You punt. Yep, absolutely. Go pin them deep. Kick it away. We see, here's the key that we know we're punting. We see the long snapper, Andrew Hall, coming on the field. So the Saints will punt it away here unless it's a fake. At 4th and 16, I think you'll see the Saints punt it. Remember, their punter is also the quarterback. That always makes you dangerous.
11 seconds left, though. I wouldn't be surprised to see get your quarterback as the punter. You could do really anything, but he's going to kick it away.
Schwiesau gets the punt off, rolls out of bounds inside the 20. They're going to mark it out at the 17-yard line with 4 seconds to go. Tri-Center will have the football. My guess is they'll take a knee here. Happy to take a 13-8 lead to the half. They have dominated this half, 226 yards of offense to the Saints, 110 after that drive. But a good productive drive by the Saints there to finish that half. Stay patient, wear them down is the mantra of this Saints team, and we see it there. So they survived a first half that they made too many mistakes and didn't play the kind of football they wanted to play, but they survived it. To go to half down 5.
You got to be tickled with what that sequence is there. I mean, obviously you wanted the Saints a score there. The way they were moving the ball would have been huge, but long pass over the middle, and they find a man downfield. That's going to be a 30, 40-yard gain for the Trojans. They get to midfield, but time expires in the half.
Yeah, so they did not take a knee. They came out, chucked it up to Zach Nelson, who, going to add to their offensive stat domination in that first half. That's going to put them up over 250 yards in that first half, almost all of it through the air.
Well, it adds a stat line for sure. Saints down in this one by 5. You guys said it. A bit of a blessing to only be 5 the way that first half went. I expect the Saints will adjust. Any thoughts on what kind of adjustments you expect to see here in the second half, Joe?
Well, I think, number one, we won't see an adjustment on offense. I think it is, we're fine, right? We got them right where we want them offensively. What you'll see is we'll just go finish those drives. And that last drive, a perfect example of you just can't afford penalties against good teams and certainly can't afford 3 penalties in 3 plays. So I don't think you'll see a lot different offensively.
Is that a Saints TV
That's
shirt
a Saints TV shirt. Somebody's kicking. Oh, we have like a contest. Oh, wow. I wish I knew who that was kicking. We have a Saints TV T-shirt, young man. I think we're going to get a name here, so we're going to tell you.
Let's see what student section's better. Let's hear you try center and say it, Ansgar.
It's up and short.
The Saints kick is short.
Who is that?
It was a great kick. I don't know who that is, but he's got a leg. He's just a little short. Now try center on the kick. I think both teams will get 2 kicks here. This little halftime game. The Trojan kick is short. So it's 0-0 in this little halftime shenanigans field goal game. Oh, the Saints have their second kicker out. Don't know who that is either, but her kick is short.
Got a little too under it, kind of duffed it a bit.
Yeah.
Looks like my 9-iron.
We're getting the crowd riled up here.
Try center.
He's got white shoes,
like
white
ready.
socks combo. That could be dangerous. Big boot.
Kick is
it's
up.
And it's good.
Good.
Tri-Center leads by 1 here.
And he's jazzed. He's running down the field. That kid's fast.
It's fast.
It's fast. I hope they don't decide to put a jersey on him here for the second half. He's doing a selfie.
He's doing a selfie with the student section.
Should we go through some stats?
Let's do it.
You got some stats
Let's
for us,
do it.
Joe?
Let's talk a little bit about what the Saints did well. First off, that first drive for your Saints, Corbin Michaels, or felt like it. He caps it off with a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Saints in this game have 110 yards of offense, all of it on the ground. 110 yards rushing. Corbin Michaels has 7 carries for 99 of those 110. So Corbin Michaels,
there's must be some sack yards because we did have a couple completions for short gains.
There is, exactly right. So we have Schwiesau with a minus 12 yards there, and the pass yards, you're exactly right, are equal 0 because both Brum Brum has 1 catch, but for 0 yards. So Brum has a catch, but it was no gain
that little
on
bubble
that
screen that got swallowed up right away.
Yep. So the one time we have thrown it, it ends up as a no gain. We have attempted 4 passes. The Saints have. A great throw to Connor Mullenbeck over the middle that either the defender knocked away or just went through Mullenbeck's hands. Would have been a game changer there, but that one doesn't go the Saints' way.
Thank you.
Try center, on the other hand, 13 first downs, 255 yards of offense, 195 yards through the air, 60 yards rushing. Both teams have 3 penalties as well. So A.J. Harder, super impressed with their sophomore quarterback. 12 of 18, 195 yards and a touchdown. His favorite receiver has been number 9, Cale Witt. He has 82 yards receiving. Right behind him, though, number 17, Zach Nelson has 4 catches for 74 yards.
And I think Zach Nelson's catches have all been those bootlegs out to the right. He does a little out route from the slot,
and then kind of drags across.
Across, and then it just gives time for him to find the open man. And they've run that play 3 times in a row that one drive, and missed 3 times, or the 4th time or whatever, and hit on it.
Exactly.
And so, that's a bummer for the Saints. It's a backbreaker, but honestly, like you talked about, Joe, the Saints not playing well at all, but all things considered, in a great spot right now.
Right, exactly right. I mean, that's a sign, right? That's a good sign of, hey, we didn't play our brand of football. We didn't play the way we wanted to. We made too many mistakes, shot ourselves in the foot a couple of times, and we trail by 5, and we get the football start second half. We're fine. And that's the message right now. Coach Clevenger and his coaching staff are communicating with these players at half, like, hey, we knew this was going to be a fight. We knew it was going to be a battle. We're in it now. You get what you earn. Let's go earn it in this second half. Wear them down offensively. Now, we talked about adjustments before the kicking extravaganza happened there on the field. We got interrupted. So what's that adjustment look like defensively? And I'm not a football coach for a reason, so I don't know the answer, but I know they do. I know that they are having those discussions right now. Here's this adjustment we're going to make. You could even see it on that last drive at the end of the second quarter. I think we saw some of those adjustments already being made on how we're covering that drag route, or whatever you want to call it, where he's kind of rolling right and dragging the receivers with him across. We made some adjustment there and covered it up. And let's talk about this, Ben, but don't break. The reason the Saints are in this football game is those 2 defensive stops inside the red zone.
Absolutely. They moved the ball at will into the red zone, and then got stopped. They got stymied. That's the word we used, and we meant it. They got stymied down there in the red zone because this field shortens up. Everything is more condensed. The bodies are closer together. There's not so much room to move and create separation. But the Saints got to do something to prevent that from getting that far down, because one of these times they're going to score on one of those, like that catch that, boy, oh boy, it looked like maybe it could have been a catch, right? That we were able to stop them on 4th down after that play.
Yeah, they had some penalties, too, that stopped that drive, just like we did for our drive.
They did.
Yeah.
So,
But that quarterback rolling right, there's just not a lot of pressure coming at him. I mean, it's a few yards behind him when he's running away from all that pressure. He's got a chance to find a receiver.
And I'm guessing that their coaching staff did some homework coming into this game and looked at what we did in the last few weeks, and we have been blowing up teams that are trying to pass.
Yep.
And so, one of the things I think they're trying to do with that rolling out is get the quarterback out of the pocket and moving.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So then he's a moving target for our defensive linemen. It's, they got to run farther across the field to get to him.
Yep.
And it gives them a little bit more time to throw. I mean, you can't run some of your staple plays if you're a passing team that way, but so far it's so good for Tri-Center. I don't think they have to change much either. You're talking about what the Saints need to change. I don't think they really do. Tri-Center does either.
Offensively, they will keep going back to that well until we make them do something different. I don't disagree at all. And so you look at it, lots of yards, but not lots of points. If you'd have told me that they had 255 yards offense in that first half and were inside the red zone 4 times, I'd have told you that I'm not sure I like what the scoreboard looks like. Yeah. Right at 13-8, okay, we'll take it. Not ideal, but we will take it as Saints fans here as they try to find a way here to start the second half. If they come out here, punch this thing in the end zone and make it 16-13 at the start of that second half, now you can do some more of that bend but don't break, right? Yep. But you need to get your offense going. We know what their offense is going to do. They're going to gain a bunch of yards. We're going to need stops in the red zone, and we're going to need points offensively in this second half. That's what the Saints have to do, and you got to set that tone, in my opinion, coming right out in the second half and drive it down the field, stick it in the end zone.
And how about a turnover to increase your offensive possessions over the opposition? It seems to me, so far, no, outside of turnover on down, and we haven't seen any turnovers yet. We're bound to see one, and if honestly, whichever team gets that turnover, I think holds a huge advantage to coming out with a win today.
Absolutely. Well, we'll see if the Saints can do it when we come back here for the second half. Don't go anywhere, folks.
4 minutes.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Whether a ref makes a bad call or it's opposing players or fans trying to get us out of our element, that our ultimate goal is to win, and doing things that are unsportsmanlike aren't going to get us any closer to that goal.
Because in life, many things will not go your way, and by learning now to hold your head up high when defeated and stay humble after a victory will better influence your life for the years to come.
This broadcast is made possible thanks to the generous contributions of the advertisers you see here, as well as the Foundation for the Enhancement of Mitchell County and the Saints Legacy Fund.
It's Saints TV's goal to bring the game to those who are unable to cheer from the stands. Watching the stream is free. Creating it is not. Please consider donating to our cause through our donation partner, Give Butter. 100% of your donation goes directly to the St. Ansgar school system, where it is used for the education of our students, the equipment used to create these streams, and the athletic department so that our students can keep competing in the sports that are near to their hearts. Thank you for supporting St. Ansgar, and thank you for giving Butter.
When you go home, you'll feel good about what you did, and you're doing it for the kids. If they don't have us, they don't have these games.
Did you know the EJ has an app available to download in your app store for free? We can't wait to hear how you like it. Search Enterprise Journal and look for our logo, you know the one, or scan the QR code below. It's so easy, even a child could do it.
Johnson Oil, we do a little bit of everything from home to tank. We can set your LP tanks, fill your refined fuel, monitor your tanks, fill your LP cylinders, and we can get whatever parts and service you need.
.62, Coach, 62. First down. We're doing this so that the kids can continue to play. Like we used to enjoy playing when I was in high school. I understand how fun it was, and I want that same fun to be had by the kids now. So that's why we need more officials to keep these games going on.
Live and local.
There it is, and we are back. We got about a minute left before these two teams take the field. Hey, let's summarize here. What do we need to see here as the Saints fans, Joe? What's got to happen in order for the Saints to come out ahead in the next two quarters?
Yeah, I think it comes down to this first drive is super important for the Saints. It's not that you have to score here, but man, I think from just that confidence perspective, go drive down the field here and it kind of exert your will as an offense, and everybody feels a whole lot better as we roll into this third quarter here.
Sorry, boys, I was getting a Coke out of the fridge.
Compliments of the IHSAA. Thank you.
Thanks, Chris. That was so good to talk to him.
It was awesome.
Broadcast. If you guys that got in late, you should go back and watch that interview. He was kind enough to sit down with us on the broadcast when we first started, and
Chris is the communications director for the IHSAA.
Oh, yeah. Should clarify that.
That's the boys union. We got a boys and a girls union here. Of course, this is football, so we get to talk to the boys communication director.
So the Saints will receive here to start the second half, trailing by 5. The game in the stat department dominated by Tri-Center. But the Saints have a half ahead of them here that can go erase the memory of that second quarter. First quarter started out pretty well. Saints just too many mistakes in that second quarter. They got to clean that up. I'm sure we will see some adjustments once the defense comes back out, and I think you'll see a whole bunch of Christian Michaels here offensively to start this second half. There's Corbin Michaels. Did I say it again?
You did.
My goodness.
Floodgates are open.
Once you say Christian Michaels once, it is Christian Michaels the rest of the day. And we love you, Christian, but man, I hate to give you credit for your brother's work here. So Corbin Michaels, number 2. We're just going to go Michaels. We will eliminate the first name from here forward. Corbin, I owe you, I don't know what, but I'll come up with something as an apology.
Well, you get a whole another year to figure it out.
I do,
Joe,
yeah. Just a junior here, Mr. Michaels. We're going Mr. for a first
Or
name.
another year to keep screwing it up.
Yes, I think it's possible. The kick goes to the 15-yard line, picked up by Mullenback, who takes it across the 25. Mullenback tackled down at the 27-yard line, where the Saints will have it 1st and 10.
That ball was dangerously close to out of bounds. I almost expected to see Mullenback just let it go out of bounds and take this ball at the 30. Is that where they get it?
Yeah.
So not too much of a net difference there. He took a chance on maybe running it a little bit further than that. But we got 1st and 10 here at the Saints.
Or
27.
didn't want to take the chance it wasn't going to go out of bounds.
Or that.
It's hard to tell, but it definitely looked like it could have. One more bounce, but
you never really know which way a football is going to bounce when it hits the ground, especially on this bouncy turf.
Shotgun. Handoff. Michaels. Gain of 1.
Stuffed up on that one.
Corbin Michaels. Almost no gain on 1st down. He had kind of a seam, was waiting for a block to develop. That block didn't come. And the linebackers here are small but athletic for the Trojans, and they have spent their fair share of time in the Saints' backfield.
Yeah. They have done a great job of plugging up the middle, stopping the run for the most part, like we saw on that play.
They mark Michaels down for no gain. Out of shotgun again, so different look here offensively both times. Schwiesau
back to pass. Overthrowing. Looking for Klein down the left side. He had one-on-one coverage there.
Looks like Klein zigged when Schwiesau expected him to zag, maybe? I'm not sure.
Know. Yeah, it looked It looked like Klein was just kind of running aimlessly downfield a little bit. I don't know if, like you said, there's a miscommunication on the route that was supposed to be run there, but unable to connect on that one.
Yeah, when it was overthrown that far, it looked to me like, Tyson Klein's pretty fast, so something gave there. I don't know what.
Looked like Schwiesau threw a straight fly route.
Yeah.
And I think Klein was doing a post.
Yep.
Because he kind of angled towards the middle of the field right there as the ball was coming at him. But 3rd down for the Saints.
Michaels. No, it was a faked handoff to Michaels. They throw it underneath to Dylan Brum, who gains 3, and the Saints will punt.
I think they're lucky there that they didn't get a man downfield penalty again, because
it was close again, wasn't it?
Yeah, because Brum caught that ball about 4 yards downfield, and he was behind some of our linemen.
So completed pass, but it goes for a very short gain. It'll be 4th and 7, and Schwiesau's on to punt.
I like the play call there. It's just great job by Tri-Center folding that up.
Ooh, that's a
short, shallow punt. Takes a
huge
bounce.
Saints roll inside the 20.
Inside the 15.
Down to the 14-yard line where Tyson Klein will down it. Great punt. Wow, that changes things dramatically as that punt rolls inside the 15, down at the 14, where Tri-Center will have it 1st and 10 for their first possession here of the second half.
And we talked earlier about how the Saints need to come out here and make some progress, gain some momentum. And in 3 plays, downs 1, 2, and 3, they were only able to amass a total of 3 yards. But that punt kind of flips the field a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Now your defense has got to go to work now here for the Saints.
60-plus yard punt for the Saints. And now the defense needs to make a stop. I agree. Kunze, handoff. Carter Kunze's loose. Out across the 35, down to the 40-yard line. Big gain on 1st down for Carter Kunze.
Just like that, they erase what was a great punt and get the ball where they probably would have gotten it with the normal punt.
So that's the positive spin on it, Duke.
I'm trying to just be
and I like it. I like it, right? Because it was a big play. Just don't let the momentum shift as it seems to want to right now in favor of the Trojans, if you're saying.
Bob tipped at the line of scrimmage, incomplete pass.
Good job by Derek Heeman. Gets his hands up, knocks it down. Incomplete pass.
That's such an underrated aspect of defensive line play. When you're rushing the passer, is getting those hands up when they rear back to pass, watching the eyes of the quarterback while you're trying to, get around the lineman in front of you. Great job there by the Saints to knock that one down and keep it from getting to its intended target.
Derek Heeman knocks it down. Harder out of the shotgun. Going to hand it off to Kunze, who finds it.
Nobody home for the Saints. Breaks 3 tackles, 4 tackles. And that is unacceptable for the Saints. You got to make those tackles. You talked about in the pregame, Joe. You just can't have that at this level and expect to not give up 30-yard runs like we just saw there.
Turns a 3-yard gain into 25. And the Trojans have it across the 40 down to the Saints' 36-yard line. Ouch. That hurts.
Right.
After a great play on first down, they allow almost 25 yards on second down.
Finally pushed out by Joe Clevenger on that one.
Kunze.
Hand it off again.
Corbin Michaels, make sure he doesn't break a tackle that time. Corbin Michaels brings him down after a gain of 2. 2nd and 8. Good job by Corbin Michaels there. He is hard to tackle. We watched film this week, and it's like, well, it doesn't look like anything special to me other than nobody can tackle him. Well, apparently that's his special.
That is his specialty, and he does a really good job of pushing the defenders off of him. Obviously, he's very strong.
He must be incredibly strong.
Base.
Yep.
Oh, he's swallowed up by Joe Clevenger there.
And somehow the referee gives him a 2-yard, gives him the line of scrimmage. No chance he made the line of scrimmage.
No,
that's a 2-yard loss.
That was a 2-yard loss.
A generous spot by the zebra there makes it 3rd and 8.
Yeah, I don't care how strong you are. If you hit Joe Clevenger head on, I'm going to take Clevenger, I think, pretty much every time.
Good play there.
You're going to have to go up a few classes to find a guy who can take on Joe, I think.
Exactly.
Head on.
3rd down and 8.
Quick pass out here to Kunze, out in space. Got to make a tackle. And the Saints don't. Eventually they get him down, but not before he gets a first down. He's so hard to bring down.
He's hard to bring down.
And I mean, it wasn't a missed tackle. They were there. Clevenger and Brum both, I think, were there and limit him for any more. But he falls ahead for 3 yards there, right? And it's 1st and 10 at the 22-yard line. Just a strong, powerful kid. This Kunze is impressive.
Yes, he is.
And that, again, an extension of the running play, right? We'll get him the ball via pass, get him out in space. Now they just hand it off. Runs it straight up the middle into a herd of Saints. Gain of 2. So short gain for Kunze there.
Yeah, and then that last play, it feels like the ball nearly came out. So as you're looking at the... Did he receive that or did he run? He was a receiver, right, in that case, Kunze?
This last play? Or the one before?
Before this,
yes,
right?
Yep,
so look at the ball came out. So are we still working to strip that ball and maybe allowing a couple of extra yards in those tackles, looking for a turnover, possibly?
Carter Kunze takes himself out of the game. He is gassed on the sideline. Helmet off, bottle of water. He has been the workhorse here, and he's feeling it now. I don't know if he's hurt over there or just needs a playoff, but he is out of this one. So Harder's going to look for his favorite receiver, number 17. He's covered up, so instead he's going to run it. First down, out of bounds.
Just short. They're going to mark him a yard short.
So it will be 3rd down, 3rd and 1 as they mark him out of bounds at the 13-yard line. That's a makeup for the last spot. We'll take it.
I don't know if I think he had the ball in the left hand.
In the left hand?
No, he did have it in the right hand.
Yeah, Are you sure?
Yeah. No, he had it in the right hand. I was just trying to give the zebra benefit of the doubt.
We'll take it. These guys are doing a great job.
I don't think he had it, though,
Andy
but
Hofer,
it was certainly closer than where they gave him. About a yard to go.
Elsinger, Burning, Grimm, and Rowan. Appreciate all their work down there on the field. Handoff. Kunze was back in the game, into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Apparently he was just gassed and not hurt because he slices through the Saints defense there for a 13-yard touchdown run, and the Trojans lead 19-8.
Yep, just great blocking up front. No one home from the second level for the Saints.
Looks like the Trojans are going to go for 2 here.
I'm looking at Kunze on this one. He's shaking his head. Like he said, is he gassed? Is there? Obviously, he just ran for that touchdown, but He looks tuckered out.
He acts like he doesn't want to be out there right now. Yeah, he looks tired. He's going to get the ball again. Maybe that's why he's shaking his head. He knew it.
Race to the
Two-point conversion, good. After another missed tackle by the Saints. Into the end zone goes Kunze for the 2-point conversion. 21-8. Tri-Center leads it.
That dude is hard to bring down.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He is just so strong. And like I said, that base, you can tell he's got tree trunks for legs.
Just bounces off the tackler. Shots trying to take him down. No chance.
Yeah, you said it. He just bounces off that tackler, keeps his feet under him, waltzes on into the end zone for a Tri-Center 2-point score there.
Yeah, after he gets the touchdown. So Kunze does it all on that drive.
Look at this from Zach. Thanks, Zach. I guess I don't know about your radio stream at home, but thanks for calling us a good homer crew. We try to be fair.
We do. We're called Saints TV.
We're not shy that we're Saints TV.
Probably a little biased, but
we're
we try to be realistic.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. We're trying to be realistic as well.
Being realistic watching this game, I think the Saints have not played their A game at all today. This does not look like the team we've watched all year. And they've just been playing around too much with not playing their A game, that now they're in trouble because they're down a couple
two scores. You need, Captain Obvious announcer guy, you need a touchdown, gentlemen.
Yes.
You just have to here. There's no more, it'd be nice to, boy, it'd be great. Nope, have to. Saints have to score here,
right.
or this game will be out of reach the next time they touch the football.
Yep.
And honestly, you talk about not playing our game. A good team will do that to you.
Sure.
A good
absolutely.
team will put you on your heels and hey, you got to adjust. But let's see what adjustments for the Saints fans out there. What adjustments are we going to make to regain the momentum that we've seen all year? Hand it to Tri-Center. They're doing a great job, but I don't think we've seen everything yet from these Saints. So I'm excited to see what happens next. They're backed up against a wall here a little bit. Plenty of game left.
And I'll throw this out there for, I know we got some Tri-Center fans in the comments and watching along. I appreciate you hopping on our stream and joining us. Glad to have you.
Yeah.
The St. Ansgar team, we played West Hancock in week 3, and we moved the ball at will on West Hancock. So I don't know what that says at this point in the season, but I'm just saying Tri-Center is a great football team and one we haven't really seen to this point of the season, and we've played West Hancock. So that's what I'm saying about Tri-Center.
This is the best defense we've played.
Absolutely.
No doubt about it. This has been the best defense we've seen. The kick is returned by Brum out across the 32-yard line. So the Saints have decent field position here. 7:02 to go in the third quarter. Saints need to go marching here. See what I did there?
I like what you did there. Let's make it happen.
Out of the wishbone, more traditional here, and Michaels has it.
Slipped through 8-yard run, looks like.
Nice run by Michaels. He gains 7 yards on first down.
You know, honestly,
2nd and 3.
We haven't seen a whole lot of Michaels the last few games, and I know he kind of got banged up in the last one. But even during the season, he would only get 5 or 6 touches a carry. He'd get 3 touchdowns.
three touchdowns, 140 yards, 7 carries.
Just being realistic, he hasn't really played a whole lot of offensive football this season or gotten a whole lot of touches.
Yeah,
because it seems like he scores every other time. So it'd
hand
be nice
off.
to see him going.
Tyson Klein gets the first down. Gain of 5 for Klein, and the Saints have the ball 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. So the Saints doing exactly what they need to do here. Go back to basics, running out of that wishbone instead of that pistol formation we saw last time, and they're just running it up the middle.
Yeah, you said it, Joe. Back to basics.
Handoff. Michaels. Not much doing there. Gains a yard on first down. Kunze, who's doing it all, in on the tackle. 2nd and 9.
And that's the difficulty with going back to basics, too, is you're going to start running out of time here.
Yeah, but lots of time here, right? Just 5.5 to go here at the snap of the ball.
Right.
But, yeah,
it can't be the whole strategy of the second half is just a pound and ground when you're down 2 scores against a team that we haven't really shown that we can stop a whole lot. Michaels breaks through a seam, finds a seam on the right side, gets a 12-yard gain there, first down for the Saints on 2nd and 9. Good run there.
Corbin Michaels finds that seam. No, I just wanted to throw it in there one more time. Corbin Michaels finds that seam on the right side, does a nice job of flying through it. He's hard to tackle too, and showed that on that one. And the Saints are set up in Tri-Center territory after the Michaels run. First down, handoff, Michaels. Gain of 2 on first down. Now, give him almost 3. Let's call it 3. 2nd and 7. Oh, this is definitely we're going to hand it off.
Yep.
You got to stop
Why not?
it. And if you don't, then we'll just march down.
Let me ask you this, Joe. We've been marching down the field pretty regularly, other than when we had a penalty, and I guess at the end of the half, another 2-3 yard run there by Michaels. Right now this is looking like Saints football, running the football 3-4 yards at a time. We're getting 3rd and 5. We'll get 4th and 1 here maybe and get a first down. I'm guessing. I don't know. We'll see. But do you think maybe with all that pistol stuff we were a little too fancy and just
to start the second half here? Yeah. I wonder if that's what this is. Like, hey, we're just going to go back to what we've done.
It feels like it.
Yeah. And this Tri-Center team is gassed, boys and girls.
Well,
they are getting up slower and slower.
It's harder to play defense than offense, right? And you're talking about the guys here. Well, they stop them again.
That one up.
Yep.
2-yard run, though, still. It's going to make it 4th and 2.
4th and 2 here for the Saints after a short gain by Klein. The Saints have it at the 35-yard line. Looks like they need the perspective from way up here in the corner is a little goofy, but looks like they need the 32, maybe?
Yeah, I'm going to go 32. I feel like it's 4th and 3, right?
4th and 3, let's call it here. Big
3,
play time.
Back to the pistol.
Yep, back in it here.
2 receivers out right, 1 to the left.
Pitch
out to Michaels. He gets to the corner. He got it? He reached for it. Where do they place it?
They spot him short. A terrible spot. He's short.
Yeah, well, and our perspective, as you said, is not great here. It sure looked from here like he had it.
Well, let's see if they show
Let's go see the replay there. Not a great spot for the Saints. Again, Homer guy says terrible spot. You can take it for what it's worth. Pretty close to watching on the replay here. He definitely spotted it about a yard short. I'm not sure he wasn't short anyway, but he's not as short as it was spotted. That is for sure. And those of you watching along at home know what I'm talking about. You can see it.
So
but it's turnover on downs. Regardless of what I saw.
Oof,
handoff.
That is trouble. That is so much trouble.
Breaks 3 tackles. Out across the 40-yard line to the 45, first down. Tri-Center.
Are we looking to put, why are we not wrapping him up? Are we looking for turnovers here?
No, I don't know.
At this point,
I think he's that hard to tackle. I don't know. The kid's tough. I've been super impressed with 22. Carter Kunze, he has 2,100 yards on the season for a reason, I guess.
Is he the leader in the state? It's got to be, right?
I don't know.
Close.
It's a good question. First down, Tri-Center at the 45. Pass complete out to Witt. Witt breaks the tackle. Across the 30, down to the 25-yard line. First down, Tri-Center.
That is a big play.
It's a backbreaker for your Saints fans. That's a 30-yard completion.
Which started out, like you said, a little 4-yard pass.
Good block. I thought he broke a tackle. He did not. Just good blocking by his receivers out there, fellow receivers.
Yeah, the blocking is incredible. They're doing a great job. The offensive blocking is incredible. First down, 10 to go here in the third. 2:43 remaining in the third. Both teams with all 3 timeouts.
Kunze. Excuse me, that's a new running back as Kunze takes himself out again. Instead, that's Freeberg.
He runs just as hard, picks up 9.
He sure does.
And the Saints are getting walked all over at the moment.
Gain of 9 on first down makes it 2nd and 1. Ball at the 16-yard line. We do have an injured Trojan here. Looks like a cramp. tough spot on that last play offensively for the Saints. I've watched it 6 times on the replay machine there. That's a first down. Man, that's hard to swallow, hard to take. But it is what it is. Saints have got to respond now.
They do need to respond, and you can't let one call decide the game.
Yeah,
right. So the Saints need to. I like the strategy, kind of going back to basics on that last drive, especially with as gassed as some of the key players are here for Tri-Center. It felt like the Saints just keep doing that, maybe even keeping the huddle short and not giving these times giving this defense a lot of time to rest. There's some opportunities to keep that ball moving into the end zone. Obviously, really, really close call on that 4th down non-conversion, but Saints need to respond right now.
For sure.
Injured player is off the field. He is getting stretched out on the sidelines. Appears to be in pain, but it might be, like you said, they're stretching him. I'm guessing it's just a cramp.
Oh, check this out.
Second
Not sure
one.
if you know this. Oh, wait here.
Caught. What a great catch over the middle there. First down, Tri-Center. That is Zach Nelson with the reception.
Check this comment out.
Go ahead.
Not sure if you know this, but Kunze in the off-season literally rides bulls.
I can believe that. That's awesome. So bull rider Carter Kunze has dominated this game, especially in these last 2 quarters. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the young man.
And I tell you what, the Trojans, they're riding him to, at this point, looks to be
short.
Carter Kunze takes it to the 1 on 1st and goal. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 1.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to ride Kunze to the state title game here if it continues the way it's been.
Saints are in trouble here with just a little over a quarter to play. 2nd and goal from the 1 for the Trojans.
Yeah, typical Saints football. We like to have a close game. We don't even mind being behind typically at the half because we know that these Saints are typically in better condition than the opposition. But here in this one, my goodness, Tri-Center.
Kunze into the end zone. Touchdown Trojans, 27-8. Tri-Center takes the commanding lead here with 1:02 to go in the 3rd quarter.
And to your point, Eric, it does look like some of the Trojans are a little bit tired, but it don't matter because they're still moving down.
They are moving.
Even if we are not as tired as they are, they're still scoring the points and we're not. So
they've gotten every bounce as well. Sometimes that makes a difference too. But at this point of the game, it's been a dominating performance from Tri-Center. We talked about how the Saints were lucky to only be down 5 at the half. The Trojans have made them pay here in the second half.
Right.
And they lead at 28-8 after the extra point is good.
Yep. The Saints, I think they just hung around too long in that area of, we're not playing very good, but we're still in this. But, you stay there long enough without improving, then this is what happens.
Yep, exactly. And this isn't, for you Tri-Center fans or others tuning into the Saints game for the first time, this isn't your normal St. Ansgar Saints team. Our fans out there, of course, know that. But we just haven't been crisp down here today. And some of that is a tip of the hat to Tri-Center. Their strategy today and certainly their execution has been great, and they have put the Saints off their game here tonight in the Dome.
Let's go back to the one loss that we've had this year in that game. For those of us who were there, that game was against West Hancock, who was in a 1 or 2 state ranking pretty much all season. A game that I think the only stat that we didn't bleed for the most part in that game was the final score.
That was the only stat we didn't not just lead in, but dominate in, was the scoreboard. Yeah.
So, take that with, or not a grain of salt. What's the opposite of a grain of salt?
I don't know what a grain of salt
is. A boulder?
I would say if I'm a Tri-Center fan.
That was a big tackle.
Big hit on the kick there.
Mullenbeck returns it out to the 25-yard line. Generous spot that time.
Yeah.
We've seen some games where the officials will only put it on a.
This crew is that way. They will only put it on an even yard line. This crew's that way as well. Yeah. So they round up for the Saints that time. Yep, exactly. So it's 1st and 10 Saints from the 25-yard line. Schwiesau puts Klein in motion, hands it off to him.
He's met after about a yard. He's trying to get out to the corner there, but
that was Michaels he put in motion. Corbin Michaels, of course.
Of course.
Who comes up just a touch slow. He's feeling that ankle. Had a high ankle sprain last week. Didn't play on offense after the first drive last week. I know it did a bunch of therapy on him this week, trying to get him as healthy as they could for today, and he's looked good. Michaels has 126 yards rushing and a touchdown. It just hasn't been enough for the Saints tonight. Schwiesau keeps looking to pitch. That pitch is covered up. Again, Tri-Center just stretches that play out defensively. Just their speed on the outside has been too much for the Saints to handle. Gain of 1, makes it 3rd and 8.
And with the Saints here at the end of 3, behind by 20, I'm going to go back to that comment on the West Hancock game that the Saints played. This Tri-Center team is, without question, the best team that we have played.
Oh, by far.
This season.
They're making us look like we make the teams we've played all year. You know what I mean?
You got
making us look silly.
Yep, exactly. And like I said, that's tip of the hat to this Tri-Center team. They look really good. They have a quarter to go here. The Saints need some magic here in the fourth quarters. They trail by 20 with 1 quarter to go.
20 points, 3 scores.
Got to score quickly, probably, right?
Yep.
I mean, is their recipe to get back in this thing is to score in the first minute here of the fourth quarter.
And I think the silver lining here for the Saints, looking at this final quarter, is they've got the players and the plays in the playbook to do it. Whereas in the past, it's like, oh, we're just a ground and pound team. But now we've been able to sling the ball around. We haven't done it a whole lot tonight to any success, but those plays are still in the playbook and they've been practicing. So we'll see now or never, I suppose.
It's time to break them out.
Yeah, it is. We got a slew of playmakers, but you think about your number 1 guy. He just got off the turf here from getting stretched out a little bit. So we like to see Corbin Michaels healthy here for this fourth quarter. Looks like he's on his feet and moving along here. But yeah, it's time to see whatever magic these Saints have up their sleeve, the plays that maybe we haven't seen yet. Tri-Center, my goodness, defensively.
They're played everywhere. A great football game. Their strategy, the game plan coming into tonight.
And a long bus ride to get here.
Right? I wonder if they came in. The Tri-Center fans out there, did they come in last night and spend the night in the hotel, or did they roll in at 5 a.m. this morning or roll out at 5 a.m. this morning to get here?
It's a long haul.
I'm not sure. Well, there's probably a couple of A schools south of them that are further to Cedar Falls than them, but there can't be many Class A schools further away from Cedar Falls than Neola, Iowa, I believe, is where Tri-Center is. Third and 8 as we start the fourth quarter here. The Saints have it. Desperately needing a big play.
Oh, I got to switch sides here. I got my arrows pointing the wrong way.
All right, fourth quarter of this one. Saints down by 20 with the ball. 3rd down, 8 yards to go.
Schwiesau is going to pass.
Oh, wow.
Picked off. Intercepted by Zach Nelson, who runs it back into the end zone. There is a flag on the play on the return. So the flag is going to be on the return. A horn keeps going off.
Yeah, there's a horn going off.
Is that in our ears? Is that?
Yeah, I could hear it.
Oh, is that here?
No, it's not in our broadcast.
It's not in our broadcast?
I think it's the buzzer.
I don't know what's going on there. There's lots of confusion here on the field. There is a flag down on the interception return. I think the interception will stand and the touchdown will not. There'll be a penalty on the return against Tri-Center. But let's get it all sorted out.
What is the penalty, I suppose?
Andy Hofer, I think, an illegal block in return.
Okay.
The white hat, Mr. Andy Hofer, is going to tell us yes.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So
Okay.
I did not see. So why would they decline the penalty?
The interceptor fumbled it on his way into the end zone. Connor Mullenbeck recovers it in the end zone, and it's Saints football.
Are you kidding me?
So that's going to go down as an interception, and then a fumble on the return and a recovery
in the end zone because we're at the 20-yard line.
In the end zone.
Talk about a gift.
That is a gift. So we're watching the screen here.
Okay, we're watching the replay here.
And
Sweesaw gets tackled before you get there.
Connor Mullenbeck just took it away.
Just
Flat
took it away.
Took it away.
And look at this. Michaels is in space. He's across the 50. 40-yard gain, and the Saints are.
Oh, my goodness. Well, we're watching
from dead to rights to, okay, they're back into it a little bit here.
From 35-8 and less than a quarter to go to 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line of Tri-Center.
Wow, what a change of events there.
All right, 1st and 10. I got to get my
goal
here.
Joe Clevenger's coming off the field. He's hurt. Joe Clevenger coming off the field. Andrew Hall in his
pass, wide open.
Chase Haugen
hang on to it.
Inside the 20,
down to the 10-yard line.
Chase Haugen has the Saints set up. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line.
Gosh, we're talking over each other, Joe. Sorry, that was unexpected.
That was fun. Somehow it's spotted outside the 10 at the 12-yard line.
Oh, yeah, they got to go to the nearest.
It's
even number.
not 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 at the 12 for the Saints. Andrew Hall in at fullback.
Haugen got so open, but he was wide open.
Michaels up the middle, inside the 5-yard line, down to the 3. A good 8-yard run, and the momentum has really swung the Saints' way here in the last minute, really. And how long has it come off the clock?
Not
about
even
a minute 4 seconds.
Yep, so it is 2nd down and 1. The Saints can get a 1st down here. Ball's at the 3. They can get a 1st down at the 2.
With the time remaining in this game, they'd rather just get a touchdown right here, wouldn't they?
Handoff. Michaels. Short.
Gets maybe a yard.
He's going to get the 1st down unless the spot is not good.
They're giving it to him.
Okay.
1st and goal from the 2-yard line.
So no real chains to reset here. Let's see how long they stop this clock.
Yeah, shouldn't be stopped for very long.
Run comes out. Sutcliffe runs a play in. I'm guessing we'll see something just like the last one, running up the middle. Saints are back on the wishbone. They got 4 tries here to punch it in from the 2. Sweesaw's under center.
QB sneak.
2nd effort.
Stop short, down to the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1 after Sweesaw gains a yard on the QB.
This Trojan team is tough. I mean, they swallowed that up, and Sweesaw ran into the back of his center, bounced it outside on the 2nd effort to get that extra yard. But
number 58, Landon Ward, is a warrior out there. He's hurting. He just finds a way to stand up every play and go back in
Hands
there.
on his hip, back down on the ground. Now
QB sneak, Sweesaw.
Again, same thing, but Sweesaw 2nd effort in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Saints. And since the first time since the 1st quarter, the Saints find their way into the end zone, make it 28. Wow, 28-14 here. The scoreboard's wrong. It threw me off in the.
They're probably all confused too.
Exactly. So the Saints will go for 2 here. Schatz runs that 2-point conversion play in. Saints trail by 14 with 9:52 to go. They have new life. After a crazy turn of events.
A crazy turn of events. Well, that looks like a long way to go, doesn't it?
Hands it off to Michaels. Michaels stopped short. 2-point conversion fails, but the Saints get back on the scoreboard. 28-14. They trail it here. 9:52 to go in this one. The Saints have made it a football game.
That's a little bit closer to the Saints we're used to seeing. And I shout out to Tri-Center. They looked gassed on that drive there, and they were still stuff in the middle there.
Yeah, they were.
It took 2 second efforts from, or the first play, 2nd effort to get a 1 yard from Sweesaw. Then they just stuffed it again, and he bounced it around the outside of the QB sneak.
Yep.
Kind of had to go over by the tackle to punch it into the end zone. So, they're not giving up either. So the Saints, they did get back on the scoreboard. Down 2 scores, a long way to go, but 10 minutes, plenty of time.
Yep.
With how quick that went, especially.
For sure.
Zach Hankin, wild indeed. What a game.
Yeah.
Tri-Center still leading by 2 touchdowns. Will receive the kickoff here
We said the Saints needed a little magic. They got it, provided by Connor Mullenback as he takes what a would-be pick six away from the, well, I guess, the defender in that case, right?
At the 1 yard line.
At the 1 yard line.
Up to him. He runs behind him and just wraps his arms around the ball and takes it away from him.
Yeah, it's just an absolutely great play. Chase Haugen, the forgotten man, the junior Chase Haugen, with a big 40-yard reception on that drive.
The run by Michaels, another 40-yarder before that.
Yeah.
Get him down, set up that play.
And the Saints are up to 230 yards of offense. That 35-yard completion there is officially that completion to Haugen.
And that only took 2 minutes off the clock.
Yeah, and that's what you got to do, right? When you're down 3 scores in the fourth quarter, you got to score quickly. The Saints TV crew asked, Saints TV crew receives.
I'll be anxious to go back and take a look at how did Haugen get so. They've been doing such
a
good job covering our receivers.
Thing that we've exploited over the years. This team does it very well.
Right, and Haugen can't be the first guy on the scouting report for Tri-Center when they were looking at who to guard for this team, and he wouldn't be anybody's.
Yeah.
We've only seen that
week,
play
we hadn't
last
caught a
week.
pass, right? Yeah. For sure. So the Saints claw their way back into this thing, but they need a defensive stop.
And it's got to be a stop early before they march down. You can't let them march down to the 20 like you have been, and then, we got to stop now, because then they're going to run 4 or 5 minutes off the clock.
It's a great point. Saints need a 3 and out here.
Yep.
How about that?
I like a turnover even more, but
one thing we will watch here is for the presence or absence of number 12, Joe Clevenger. He came off the field on that last offensive drive. He is the leading tackler on this team. So if he's not out there, that will be a big problem.
Interesting.
Short kickoff, kind of a line drive fielded by Tri-Center, taken down at the 40, and a flag comes in. That's almost always on the receiving team. That should move Tri-Center back.
Clevenger's on his feet. Do I see him out there? Yeah, he's out there.
Joe Clevenger returns here on defense.
Tough kid. Take a lot for him to sit out in the game
Let's check the penalty, see if announcer guy guesses right. Is this an illegal block on the return? It's a personal foul on the return team, so that'll cost them 15. Announcer guy happy to be wrong there. Instead of a 10-yard penalty, it's a 15.
Yeah.
Marches them all the way back inside the 25, so the Saints catch another break. 1st and 10, Tri-Center at the 23. You're going to get a heavy dose of 22 right here. They can't afford to turn the ball over, right?
Correct.
So they are going to run, in this guy's opinion. Let's find out.
To the bull rider.
So, of course,
he's
they
gonna block,
are going to
block.
QB keep. Finds the edge. Ooh. Gain of 5 on 1st down. Harder just keeps it. That was a designed run the entire way. Just didn't hand it to Kunze. Short spot again on that side. Give him only 4.
Yeah.
2nd and 6.
Kunze throwing the lead block on that one, however.
Yeah, he's still playing a huge role out there. So 2nd and 6, and Tri-Center is not going to break this huddle before about 11 seconds. They're going to use as much clock as they can. Harder. Handoff, Kunze. Kunze breaks the tackle.
Yeah, that's been the story, I think.
You just can't arm tackle the guy.
For the Saints so far is that just they look flat defensively when it comes to wrapping guys up and taking them down. It's just getting arms on them, guys bouncing off. We saw it there. He got 3 more yards than he probably should have.
Yep, no gain turns into a gain of 3, and it's 3rd and 2. Biggest play of the game to this point coming your way.
Big 3rd down here.
3rd and 2. Kunze on the left hip of A.J. Harder.
They're in shotgun.
Pass.
Makes the draw.
Complete. Great play design. 1st down, Zach Nelson. Really hard to defend that.
Yeah.
Schwiesau's there. Brum's there. There's just not much you can do to prevent that if they execute, and that was a very well executed play. 1st down.
What a play call. Big 3rd down, and then you'd run an out route to a guy all on his own, one-on-one coverage. I mean, a lot can go wrong there. And
sure
they executed it, got the 1st down.
Tip of the hat there. Great play call and great execution by the Trojans. Harder hands it off to Kunze. He's got a big hole, lots of running room. Gain of 6 on 1st down.
The blocking was so good in that.
Every offensive lineman is limping and dragging themselves back to the huddle, but they're pushing our defensive line.
Like as soon as the ball is snapped, it's like they forget about how tired
how bad
or
it
how
hurts.
hurt it is.
Yeah.
It's just like
that's a tough team.
We talked about that with Chris in the pregame. About our Saints. We made the comment. What St. Ansgar does so well is conditioning, and even though we look like the more fresh team out there right now, it don't matter. They're still moving the ball.
Yeah,
Tri-Center is.
Harder hands it off to Kunze. Kunze's going to break out left side. He's got a huge hole.
And he is a race down the sidelines, and they're not going to catch him today. That is a touchdown, Trojans.
No flags on the play. That is a 57-yard touchdown run for Carter Kunze, who's had himself a day here in Cedar Falls. That's going to put him up over 175 yards of rushing.
Well, we knew he was the real deal on paper coming in, and now after seeing him live, he's the real deal.
195 yards on 26 carries for Carter Kunze. 4 touchdowns, 7.5-yard average. That's his long of 57, and the dagger for your Saints.
Yeah.
Extra point is up and good, and it's 35-14. So no quit in this Saints team. You'll see them come out here and play their game this last 7.5 minutes. Need a miracle now to find a way back into this one.
Yeah, it looked like maybe they found a miracle earlier, but
I thought that stealing the ball away and then marching down and scoring quickly was the miracle we needed. But now, with that play there, I need another one.
But again, another testament to this Tri-Center team. They didn't let that knock them down, right? They came back. They came at it. These guys are dragging themselves.
And honestly, I think we kind of saw that. We caught the end of the Madrid-West Hancock game where I think, was it Madrid? Whatever.
Madrid. It's Madrid is how you say it.
It's
an Iowa thing. 30? We take other states' names, other cities' names, and other countries, and then pronounce them wrong here. Yep, that's what we do.
The Tigers were down, was it like 30-something at half?
It was 36-7 at
36-7. They came back and lost by 8.
Yeah.
And I think West Hancock did what the Trojans aren't doing, is they got we got the lead, got a little bit complacent, kind of left their foot off the gas, and the Tigers came back and almost, made that a game. And
did make the game at the end.
Almost, came all the way back.
But converted 2 onside kicks in that game.
Right. But credit to Tri-Center with that run there. It appears they're not doing that at all in this game. And the Saints have a big hole that I don't know if there's enough time left for them, just to be frank. But
yep, but they'll give it everything they got here, no doubt about that. So let's see.
A lot can happen in the 7.5 minutes, that's for sure.
Yeah, this is high school football. Anything can happen, but the Saints need it to happen quickly. How about a Connor Mullenbeck return? Instead, they kick it away from him, and he goes out of bounds. So that's the second kickoff out of bounds. That one goes out of bounds at the 5. Good kicker here. He's trying to angle it to that corner, but just getting a little too far. So the Saints will have it to start their drive with 7:28 to go in the fourth quarter at the 35-yard line.
Joe, you should start a podcast. Announcer guy guesses right is the name of it.
I saw that comment come into it.
That is kind of your quote, Joe. You said that a bunch this year.
I love it. I want to be that. We're going to start a podcast.
Announcer guy guesses right.
It is an affliction that affects middle-aged men is they start podcasts. So maybe it's time.
Zach, these guys do indeed look like they're playing possessed, trying to make history here.
It does. And what he means by that, I don't believe this Tri-Center had won a playoff game ever coming into
They've never won a playoff
this
game.
season.
That's exactly
and
what
now
Zach is saying.
They're poised to make the finals. Again, this team looks like the real deal. Let's see if the Saints can get their miracle. They declined the penalty. They want a chance to return this thing.
Why not?
So Mullenbeck fields it at the 15.
Ooh.
Finds a seam out across the 30. Down to the 31-yard line, so just 4 yards short of where they would have started had they accepted the penalty, but they needed the opportunity to score quickly, right? That's why you do that. We need to score quickly. We know that, so we're going to take our chances with electric Connor Mullenbeck to see if he can't find a way to get us on the board with very little time.
He found a little room there on the sideline, but
he
just ran out and got pushed out of bounds. And if he would have got by that would have been.
And that's why you're happy to give up that 4 yards, right? That 4 yards doesn't matter. The opportunity to score a touchdown is what the Saints are trying to do there.
Yep.
Spread it out. 5 wide receiver set. Brum in motion. Schwiesau's going to throw it. Incomplete, yep, exactly. Had somebody in his face, got hit in the face mask as he's trying to throw that. He turns around and asks the official if perhaps that could have been a face mask penalty. It was not.
Or a hands to the face.
Or a hands to the face.
The
we'll take anything at this point.
Yeah,
Instead, it's 2nd and 10.
I wonder if that ball might have been tipped.
Well, he definitely had to throw it differently because the guy was in his face. No doubt about that. Handoff, Michaels. Short gain. Tries the left side. Right side, correction. Gain of 2.
Kind of like we talked about. 2-yard runs aren't going to do you a whole lot right now. You got to get chunk plays here.
3rd and 8. Daniel Sutcliffe runs the play in for the Saints. Shotgun here again, 5 receivers. I think that's Clevenger in the backfield, kind of as a protector here. Picks up the blitz. Schwiesau's flushed out of the pocket, loses the football, and it's recovered by Tri-Center. Fumble there, recovered by Kramer of Tri-Center, and that'll do it.
So the pocket had collapsed on Schwiesau on that one, and as he's avoiding that, decides to run forward, get out of it, maybe run for it here, but he's holding the ball.
Yeah.
As he's tucking it, it gets swatted out of there.
Right as he tucks it.
Right as he's putting it away. Yep. Right decision there to try to run for it.
Oh, he had room if he would have broke that tackle, and well, he did, but not before the ball was swatted
comes
out of his
out.
hands. So
recovered by
break there for the Saints.
Senior Brenton Kramer, number 34. And the Trojans can put this thing away with 6 minutes, 40 seconds to go. They have it 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line of the Saints. Kunze, patient. He's so patient.
Got 3 guys dragging him out of bounds.
Forced out of bounds by Tyson Klein.
And
Brum
and Hansen.
Yeah, it's like everybody over there. Like you said, takes 3 guys to bring him down. Strong, powerful runner. Does go out of bounds, so that'll stop the clock. 2nd and 8.
Bull rider, too, we learned today.
Yeah, Carter Kunze, bull rider.
In the offseason.
Yeah, I bet the football coaches don't love that. I bet you can't ride bulls in season. You can't get hurt. We can't afford to. Kunze tackled in the backfield.
By Hansen. Great play by him.
That's Heeman.
Or Heeman, sorry.
Derek Heeman, the junior, makes the great play in the backfield, and Kunze loses.
About 4 or 5 yards?
Yeah, almost 4. Yeah.
Heeman had him wrapped up right as he almost stole the handoff, I think.
3rd and 12. Tri-Center taking their time, burning as much of that clock as they can very smartly. Harder back to pass. Over the middle. Has a man. Caught. Touchdown. Wow. Number 9, Cale Witt hauls in.
What a beautiful play.
The 34-yard touchdown pass. And this one's been all Tri-Center. 41-14.
Perfect pass and a time where you're probably looking to run the clock out, right? Why would they throw? Well, maybe just to prepare for next week. That was a perfect pass. That was beautiful.
Beautiful, right in the breadbasket. Well executed play, well drawn up play. Took advantage. We had 1 safety over on that side, and they had 2 guys streaking down our underneath coverage. I don't know if they missed an assignment there, but the quarterback had 2 guys to pick from, and he picked the right one there, and touchdown for the Trojans.
Extra points up and good. 42-14. Trojans lead it with 5:47 to go here at the Dome. The Dome has been unfriendly to these Saints since 2011.
Yes.
And no different today. Just a little off our game early, kind of hung in there, really weathered the punches in that first half.
Right, and then
the second half.
Even despite getting a couple breaks, just could not get the momentum turned enough to where the Saints were able to claw back into it.
And this Tri-Center team is the real deal.
Oh, yeah.
This is a great football team. What I've been wildly impressed with what I've seen today. And if you're a West Hancock fan out there listening on some billboard material, you can use this if you'd like. But you got your work cut out for you next week based on what we've seen.
And like I was alluding to earlier, I feel like our St. Ansgar team, granted it was week 3, I feel like we handled that West Hancock team. Well, obviously we ran all over them in the stat book and passed all over them too. I felt like we were the better team in that game. We just had some breaks and some controversy at the end that we won't get into. But I guess you can go back and watch.
We shouldn't. I'm not in the mood. You can go watch it and you tell us if that was tipped.
You tell us.
Yeah.
But anyway, we handled West Hancock, we felt like, and this Tri-Center team is outclassing us completely. So I guess what I'm saying is I'd pick these guys in the next round, that's for sure.
Mullenback on the return again. Takes it out across the 28. Give him the 29-yard line. A good return by Connor Mullenback. Here, let's start talking about just a couple of good things we got going. You got that guy coming back, right? Connor Mullenback will be back for the Saints. The Saints have a ton of returners coming back next year, but let's, as this last drive kind of gets kicked off, or maybe second to last drive, Saints might have 2 possessions left here in this one. See if I see number 22, senior Drew Carlson out there for the Saints. Handoff.
Klein.
I think that's Klein, senior Tyson Klein, number 30.
7 or 8 yards there, it looks like.
Nice gain on first down. Senior quarterback Jay Schwiesow out there for the Saints as well. Number 4, Daniel Sutcliffe, a senior receiver, comes off. He's been running plays, and him and Schatz seem to alternate out there in that role. Second down and 4. Handoff. Michaels has a huge
space,
hole.
Breaks the tackle.
Yeah.
Across the 50.
Good gain by Corbin Michaels. He has the Saints set up first down across the 50 at the 48.
And obviously your senior year, it's tough. Coming in here and your expectations, honestly, once you're done with a regular season, every team, 32, right? We play 32 teams make the playoffs.
Correct.
And 31 in each class, or I'll say specifically in Class A, only 31 are going to leave. I'm sorry, 31 of the 32 are going to end their season on a loss.
Oh, right, in an unhappy fashion.
And, of course, everybody dreams of being that state champ. I got to believe the Tri-Center is in a great position. As long as these guys are healthy next week, they're in a great position to be that team. But Saints seniors, man, what a great run for these guys. And obviously, there's still 4 minutes left to go in this. It would take one heck of a miracle.
Yeah, we are going to have a ton of time afterwards. So Schwiesow keeps on 2nd and 7. So we want to give our shout-outs here in his last 4 minutes because we got to get off the air and out of this fancy press box here at UNI. So let's continue our run through these senior Saints. Just tip of the hat to those guys. They give everything they've got, and we get to come along for the ride. Number 15, Zachary Eckwall, your senior. Drew Carlson, we talked about him. Dylan Nunez Rodriguez, he's just a junior. Tyson Klein, number 30, we mentioned him. Dylan Brum, number 32. Jonathan Polito, that's what I'm thinking of, 33, a senior. Schwiesow, back to pass. Just kind of a quick screen back to Clevenger that's incomplete on 3rd down. That'll make it 4th down and 3. Your other seniors here on this team, Luke Peterson, number 52. Weston Paulson, number 58. 65, Dylan Hansen. Those are, I believe that's 10. Senior Saints, thank you, gentlemen, for doing what you do, right? Without what those guys do to lead this program and put that effort in, we don't get to come along for a ride like this and be one of the last 4 teams in the state, left playing football.
Oh, false start there.
False start on the Saints.
Couple Saints moved early.
4th and 3, make it 4th and 8.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's just the way the day's gone for the Saints.
To your point, Joe, after last season, St. Ansgar spent most of the year ranked number 1 after beating West Hancock in week 2 or 3 or whatever it was.
Yep.
And, we were, this team is so awesome. We had a bunch of key seniors on that team that unfortunately got upset in the quarterfinal round last year. And we were kind of like, oh, man, we're losing a lot of key guys.
Right.
What's next?
What's it going to look like? Yeah.
And this year's seniors, they just step up and
they
got us
just
back to the dome. When
next
we didn't
man
think
up.
that, what's going to happen. So here we are again. And, so it's been a fun team to watch this year, that's for sure.
Suisse out a pass, has
Wide
Brum open.
Overthrown.
Incomplete.
Brum looking for a penalty. I think you got held up a little
sure
there.
Did
he's
get held
looking
up.
at the zebra. Come on, man.
Yeah, he is.
That's what he's saying there.
He is. We haven't had a lot of help in that department today.
Suisse slow to get off the field after that throw. I didn't see if he got hit when he threw it. I was so busy looking at the pass.
He did. He took a hit at the end of that one, and he's slow to get up. Well, Mr. Jace is tough, and he finds his way out to the sideline there. So, I guess, you talk about those seniors and kind of, it's going to be tough to replace those guys with a great group.
Oh, yeah,
but
he took a shot there right after.
Yeah, he did. But, that's what the Saints do. Reload, right? And you've got a ton of underclassmen chomping at the bit, ready to go. This junior class will be seniors next year. It'll be their turn to step up and lead. Handoff, try center. That's a handoff to number 11, who is Freeberg. He gains 9. So, congratulations to these Saints on a fantastic season. Like I said, I think really outplayed expectations. I don't think there's any way. I know they expected this. There's not a lot of others that did going into this season. And credit to them to say, no, we know who we lost last year, but we got replacements. We got next guy who's going to fall into that spot, and they do exactly that and have a fantastic season. I know this one hurts, and I know it's not the way you wanted that season to end, but as we said last week, you look back on this and in a year or 2 or 3 or 5, or they go watch games on Saints TV with their kids in 25 years, and it'll feel a little better, right? It'll be, man, that was a great season, and they'll appreciate it a little more than they do tonight, coming off of a tough loss here in the Dome.
Seeing some of the Pella Dutch fans rolling into the stadium now. Is it the 3A game that's next? I don't know. Our fans don't care. I don't know why I said that. I just see a bunch of green.
We had to get one of those in here this season. I don't know why I just said that.
I don't know why
kind of a quote from Duke
that could be your podcast name.
I don't know why I just said that.
Mine will be announcer guys, right? I like it. So let's talk about some of those returning starters from this year. You'll have Aiden Beeson, Derek Heeman, Braden Halverson, and Jackson Vroom all on that offensive line coming back. You'll have Seth Schatz coming back out at that split end and defensive positions. Joe Clevenger's just a junior. Corbin, don't call me Christian Michaels, will be back. He's just a junior. Hale Dietrich, Connor Mullenbeck, Andrew Hall. I could go on and on. A bunch of guys who we saw at the JV level, who a lot of you haven't seen yet at this varsity level, you will be impressed with. This group has a JV squad, or several guys on that JV squad who would be varsity starters at a lot of other teams. So you'll get to see some of that next year. This team will reload. I am confident in that.
Freeberg gets the handoff to the right side, swallowed up, nothing doing there for the Trojans. Saints do a good job of shutting that one down. No gain, makes it 3rd and 2.
Hey, the winner of the Saints jersey, the signed Saints jersey, signed by all 10 of those seniors that we talked about here just a couple minutes ago, would like to go unnamed. So thank you so much for everyone's contribution to our Give Butter campaign, which may or may not be on the stream here. I'm not even sure.
Kudzi gets the first down, so that'll do it here. They'll be able to kneel the clock out. 2:14 to go. Just FYI. Keep going, Mr. Sparrow.
We have more to announce about that?
Yeah, I do have more to announce about that.
So the winner of our Give Butter jersey.
The winner chose not to be named. And here's the scoop. This is the exciting part, guys. This jersey will represent itself at, what's the event called?
Shopping with Santa?
Shopping with Santa. That's the first word I can never get. Shopping with Santa.
Freeberg run to the left side, breaks through a hole to the left, gets about a 12-yard gain, makes another first down for the Trojans. They are at the 27-yard line, but at this point, minute 30 left, minute 40 left.
I don't think we'll probably see another play other than the kneel down at this
formation, first down.
So that Saints jersey, as we probably look to see this one finish up. Well, they're using shotgun. I guess you can kneel from there, too, if you want to.
Hand off. Keep running with Freeberg.
You get the reps
in. You don't want to, your guys, you got to play another game yet. You don't want
to
get hurt.
I am shocked at this. For one, you just risked the injury.
So the jersey will reemerge at Shopping with Santa. So for those of you who donated to Saints TV, or I should say to Give Butter, 100%, by the way, the proceeds go to the school. No, we don't get paid for this. We do it because we love it. Even on days like today where we have to, I guess, broadcast the other team winning. But the jersey itself, signed by 10 seniors. If you didn't see it, check it out. It's on our Facebook page. Will be up for grabs. Once again, thank you for the generous donation of the individual or individuals who actually had the winning butter give to take that home. So thank you for your donations.
Takes a knee, and that will do it. They will win. Congratulations, Trojan. 42-14 is the finals. The Trojans of Tri-Center are headed to the finals. Congratulations to our Saints. What a fantastic year. I know this one stings, but hold your heads high, young men. That was a heck of a good season, and thank you for letting us come along for the ride and broadcasting it here on Saints TV.
It has been a joyous fall season for us here on Saints TV.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Girls advance to state, get to play in Coralville. Volleyball, yes, girls. Yes, volleyball, thank you. Lila Powers gets herself to state, 52nd place finish at state in cross country. These Saints give us fans, a whale of a season. It's pretty cool to be able to end our broadcast here in the Dome at state tournament. So thank you, Saints football players, for all you do. Cheerleaders. We talk about the cheerleaders all the time. Leaders kind of display the works of others and kind of just do their work quietly in the background. But these gals have done a great job here the football season.
Yep.
And then they won third place at their own state competition.
Right.
Congratulations, Saints, on a tremendous fall season of sports. Saints TV's not going to go too far. We'll be back here with a winter season, see how much wrestling we can get. We already got some volunteers, guys, for some winter wrestling broadcasts, maybe some girls wrestling broadcasts.
So we're going to bring you some basketball. We'll bring you some wrestling.
Some wrestling.
We'll have it all here.
You got it.
The Saints huddle up here at midfield. They're going to receive their trophy here. It's a semifinal trophy to add to that long trophy case there in St. Ansgar.
Hey, look at the bright side. The other Class A match happened this morning, so technically we get third place, right? Because our other team lost before we did.
Yes, that's right.
There you go. We'll take it.
I like it.
It's bronze medal.
Like it. So the Saint seniors out to receive their trophy here.
Now, the biggest bummer, though, is the Saints did not play their best game today, and that's going to hurt the most, I think, because the team that played today is not the team that we know. But, that's life sometimes. Things don't always go your way.
Yep, and, is one of those things Coach Cleffinger talks about it is his parent meeting. I know you've been to some of those, Sparrow, is just that whole, I think we turn out better men because of this game, right? That we are making better dads and husbands and employees and et cetera throughout this game. By playing this game, you make you a little tougher both mentally and physically, right? And some of that is adversity that you face playing this kind of game, and today's an example of that. And you learn from it, get some life lessons, move on to the next one, and I think that's what they'll preach here after this is still a great season, and we just couldn't be more proud of this group of coaches and players. And again, thanks for letting us be a part of it.
Absolutely.
Candle Genius, thank you. This was Candle Genius's idea. This is his brainchild. This is his. What if we did this? And instead of just having the idea and saying see you later, he invested his time, energy, and quite frankly his own money into making Saints TV what it is today and to making it a reality. Thank you, sir, because what a tremendous thing this has been for our community. Thank you for letting me be a part of it and for coming along for the ride. I feel like that's what I get to do. I get to be here, sound and look pretty, and you guys do all the work, and I just can't thank you enough for letting me be a part of it.
I think the folks out there know better than you not doing any of the work, but the reality is, honestly, I get a lot of compliments. I know you guys get a lot of compliments, and I'm just so blessed. Yes, I had an idea. There's a lot of other schools that reach out all the time, like, how are you guys doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And
even Chris was asking us some questions about that.
Yeah. And the reality is, what? It doesn't matter what equipment you have. It doesn't matter. If you don't have guys like Duke Scoop and not your average Joe, you can't do it, right? You got to have the right group of guys willing to help you out. So thanks, guys. I appreciate all you do.
Yeah. And shout out to Duke Scoop down there on the end, all the graphics you see throughout the season. Some of that stuff created on the fly as we start a game. Like, today I got an idea, and boom, you get what you see on the screen. So super talented, lucky to have you as a part of this as well. Thanks for what you do, sir.
Thank you very much. It's a thrill to be next to you guys up here in the booth, and it's a thrill to cover this team and this town and this community. And yeah, it sucks to see the season end this way for the Saints and the Saints fans, but that's a good team in Tri-Center, and I think they're going to win the next game if I had to bet on it. Not that I promote betting.
But of course not.
You do not promote.
But if I'm Wes Hancock watching this, I'm
Yep. They're going to have to play
wincing maybe a little bit.
Their best version of themselves, and they'll need to do that next week, which is how it should be, right? Yeah. That's how it should be. You don't play your best game, you're probably not winning when it comes to these semifinal games, and that hurts. But it is definitely part of that game and why you play it.
You got it. And one last huge shout out to our sponsors, because honestly, without you, none of what we do is possible. It's free to watch, it's free to listen, but it's not free to produce. So thank you, sponsors, for your participation. Thank you for all of you at home who are giving butter, which is just donating directly to our athletic department. Small school athletic departments need every dollar they can get. These referees cost more. It costs a lot of money to have sports programs in schools. And it's your generous donations that help keep our athletic department fully funded. So thank you. Yeah. And the business sponsor, you've seen the logos flipping through the lower right-hand side of your screen. Thank you for making this possible for us.
Yeah,
well, gentlemen,
we're happy to return those dollars back to our community whenever we can, right? It costs money to produce this stuff. We use that money for that, and then the rest of it we're going to give to kids via scholarships and give it back to the school so that they can operate these sports programs. One last shout-out to the young men and women students who help us with these productions. They couldn't be here today because of some of the rules. They're here. Don't get me wrong. They're here. Man. They just couldn't be a part of the broadcast today.
We couldn't apply for 9 passes to get all over here.
But we could not produce what we produce on Saints TV without those kids. Some of them, 5th and 6th graders that are stepping up.
Oh, yeah.
Whether
showing
that's
up every week.
Sideline Gritty or Cruise Ship Junior or whoever.
Poncho. Hammer Time. We give everybody nicknames on this show.
You got to have a nickname if you're on the show. But we couldn't do it without them either. So thanks to moms and dads who get them to games and help them be a part of this. And thanks to those kids for stepping up. And by the way, if you're out there and you're a young person, those guys are going to play football and gals are going to play volleyball someday. So we'll need more of you. So keep stepping up and being a part of this, because it takes all of us to make it work.
Absolutely. And I will apologize to some of the sponsors that we didn't get their ads played. This was kind of a cobbled together production. I think we got
most of them. This is a cobbled together production.
Well, it was like a day or we weren't even sure we were going to do it. So anyway, thanks for the ride this season with everybody. I guess I'll finish on a Coach Clev quote, or a variation of it.
Do it.
How's it go? Maybe we're not great yet, but we had a chance to be. So
there you go.
Have a good one, everybody. We'll see you next time.